She's not in the cam. You
She's
can't
not
see
in the
her.
cam.
There she
Hi.
is. Hello, everybody.
Or maybe somebody else can go first.
Okay.
I mean, I can.
It's fine.
What's happening?
It's the superstition.
Oh, I see, because you restarted.
I did restart. I restarted.
How much it's taken root. Great.
Hi, Drugger! Hey, Ilol! Hey, Jaded! Jaded! I'm wearing the shirt! Look at this! It's pretty cool.
My drink.
Over here. I think the score cam is upside down. Yeah, it certainly got moved. I'll tell you that.
Did I move it?
Someone moved it.
This.
Yeah.
I'll fix it. You keep playing.
It's not upside down, it just got moved. Yeah. A little higher. Stop down a little now. Sorry. Got it. Good. That's fine.
It's like a millimeter.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Wait.
She says no. Not good enough. Yeah. Good. We are a Dead Flip Studio. Hi, Moobot. Thank you for those bits. Those cat lady bits.
You guys, how does the playfield look?
Look at our fucking playfield today.
We have a new system,
We did it.
and I think the playfield looks beautiful.
I agree. Hi, Bone Little. Look at our little. It's a tiny amount of snow in the background.
Oh, wait. Tiny amounts of snow.
Far away. It's a little crooked, also. Besides that,
Well, we wanted to see some of the art blades on the side.
it's
so
crisp.
It's
you
very
guys.
crisp.
We bought a Black Magic capture
Looks
card.
far away.
So we have like high resolution on all our cameras now, except our score cam.
Yeah, the score cam is still, but we are working on a direct capture situation.
Yeah.
We have some of the stuff. We just need to figure out how to.
I've tried
do
to
the
plug it
stuff.
in, and the problem is it doesn't.
Is it the wrong resolution?
No, it's just that the connector is like very loose,
Oh.
and so it's like you move the machine, it's gonna come out,
Yeah.
and that's not cool. We move the machine a lot.
How did you make Mando look so great on cam? We bought PCI. PCIe?
Yeah, a breakout box by StarTech,
Yep.
and got the PCIe.
And then we bought a Black Magic.
capture card.
Yeah.
4K capture card.
So instead of all the cards, we have it
Yeah.
plugged all into that big box. Well, it's
We've
not big.
upgraded.
It's actually quite small.
It's small.
Unfortunately, my computer doesn't support Thunderbolt, which totally blows because I bought my computer specifically to stream. But we were talking about it earlier, and it's just like it was so early when we bought it right when we started that the things that I was looking for in the computer worked for what it did what it needed to do, and now I have a new list of things that I need to look for in a new computer. So one of these days, our next like upgrade for the stream is to get like a dedicated stream computer, I think. Maybe not the next upgrade, but one of the goals.
Yeah, that'd be a good goal.
Yeah.
So we don't have to use our personal laptops.
Yes.
Because I use my laptop for everything. Yeah, that's
did-
pro stuff.
You did well.
Bradley.
You did well.
I know it.
How do you play this game again?
Well, the first one to start, it doesn't tell you because it wants you to hit wow, sorry, there's
There's
insects
a fly
attacking me
here.
right
It's
now.
like a weird-
But if you just hit the scoop a couple times, that'll start your first mode. Just for the first one. After that, you have to hit the yellow ramp, and then the middle ramp a couple times will light your encounters, and then the very, very center ramp is your path to Razor Crest multi-balls and the Razor Crest hurry up. Hitting the dangly thing. video. Nice. Wow, super skill shot. That's not easy at all. So nice work. I mean, that was the risk. That was
111.
But I don't even try the
million
super skill
points.
shot on this premium because it's harder than on the
I
pro.
played this game like the only time I played this game is the last time we streamed it. So I'm making excuses for how crappy I'm at it.
You nailed that skill shot. If anyone wants to see the super skill shot,
Is it my turn?
I don't know where this fly came from, but it just like, started dive
hanging
bombing.
out. Hanging
Probably
out.
a couple of
We
them.
probably smell good. I just put like
You just put on.
well, I just put this like I got from the Ladies Flip, Wisconsin.
Oh, the
The little
sanitizer?
hand sanitizer that they gave us. But it smells like laundry, like fresh laundry.
Why do I always spill like my first sip of beer on stream every
Because
time?
it's like
I can't.
and now it's a
And now it's a tradition.
yeah. Hi, Glow. Hi, Queen Dark Lady.
Nice.
That's like the only thing I've done.
Finishing a mode or two is their extra ball, I think.
Yeah, I just got mine out of
Did she get it out of
Mystery
mystery?
maybe.
a luck
A lucky
situation.
situation. All right.
She lucked out of it.
I had a
Lucked
terrible
into it.
multi-ball, so. But this is the billions game, and we will get to it.
Okay.
Just you can play multi-ball all day, and then there's the hurry-up situation, just piles on points.
I just need to get reacquainted with this game.
Yes. I only
Wait, so
played
how
this
do I-
premium
hold on.
once, and it was I mean, I still got a danger, but it was like really tilty the first time we played it. It was like way too tilty. Couldn't
Well,
get anywhere.
So Deathloop did play this game on Thursday.
Okay.
Um,
There's probably some code updates since we played it too. Not that we would know.
I feel like
Changed.
yeah. Well, definitely there was a code update, which is I think why he played it on Thursday.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Well, if anybody has any tips,
I will say, like, it's very affecting that the local places that I like to play pinball don't have some of the newer Stern games. Like, I feel like I haven't gotten a chance to really get.
when headquarters got this, I camped out there for a couple
Camped.
days. But it was a pro, and it had some mechanical issues with the diverter. But
Well, that's the other fear
Got
is
it
if
fixed.
you're not familiar with the game and it has some issues,
you don't even
know.
know.
You
I
don't
know.
if it has
I know.
issues.
I was like, wait, why is my ball not going all the way around? And I'm like, what is that thing like lying in the? Is that was that supposed to be like that? It was not supposed to be like that.
I had
But-
that happen recently where I was playing a game and like, so I was playing it in, I think it was a bounce night, and we were all playing, and it was like one of those moments where you're just like, wait, this is supposed to happen and it didn't happen. Am I going crazy? Wait, and then I had to like get somebody else and be like, isn't that supposed to happen right now? Like, I'm not crazy, am I? And
Hey, cheesy Buddha.
we had to take it out because it's broken.
Yeah, I've heard about people installing wire forms instead of plastic ramps on the pros because they don't like. They feel like the plastic obscures the playfield too much.
I could see that. I could see that.
Especially, I guess, if you're dealing with like overhead light glare. It didn't bother me too much, but
Plus, I feel like the aesthetic of wire forms
Oh, yeah.
is very specific. I feel like it feels like Mandalorian as well, just like the
Beskar. It's all about the metal.
atmosphere.
Fliptronic did it.
I went to Ace Gogi and played this.
Oh. You,
Yeah, I
but
can-
you didn't get to play in the that battle.
No, they had
Launch.
3 machines there though.
Antarium's having a launch party this
Oh,
Friday.
yeah.
Billions, 100 billions.
Might I? What's happening?
What's up?
Am I gonna go to that?
Maybe.
Are you gonna go to the Tuesday?
My mom's coming in town. I'm not sure if I'll go to the Friday one, but maybe.
I'm not
I
gonna
don't know
go
if
to
I'll go.
Tuesdays for sure. Especially if there's a Friday one.
I am feverishly
Ooh,
working
yeah, matte metal
on
wire.
my.
What do I buy here? What do I buy?
Oh, I usually save my money till I can get the extra ball, but a lot of people wouldn't do that. And there's just good little.
She got
there's
an extra ball
bombs.
already.
Oh yeah,
so.
Look at this.
yeah. There's like bombs that'll complete your encounter level, which is just one of the 3 levels of the 3
Ooh,
things.
matte metal
So,
wire forms
yeah.
would be cool. Glow skull, like some sort of like gunmetal finish
Yeah.
on it. That would
Get
look
that Beskar look.
sweet.
That should be like a Super Ellie situation.
I made a chunk of Beskar that our sport cam is currently on the overlay.
What?
This. This.
Oh, okay. I was so confused. I'm like,
She's like,
looking
what?
at the square
What?
cam on the actual game. Like, why did you do that?
Oh, you love the baby Grogu mod? Yeah. There was a little controversy with that, with Joe's mod, and then apparently it was very overwhelming. And then there were like a couple people that were selling it, and they were like, "Why are you selling Joe's mod?"
I'm unfamiliar with this.
It's all Facebook drama.
Oh, okay.
Hey, guess what? Surprise! There's Facebook drama in pinball groups. Yay!
I think
Like
that
every day.
Pinball people are some of the most dramatic people.
I don't
We
follow
are very
much of
dramatic.
that. That's probably better.
I feel like a lot of like what you would consider like hardcore geek culture are nerds about that stuff. If you're in I'm in a bunch of cosplay and replica prop forum type groups, and
That
there's
sounds fun.
tons of drama all the time,
Like people
Um,
stealing each other's ideas, or
Not stealing each other's ideas per se, although there's always like scam posts, like people like don't buy from this company, they're stealing photos from this company, or I ordered this from this guy and then he like,
Sorry.
you know,
Okay.
ripped me off. There's some of that drama in there. There is like the topic of recasting something is a big deal. Like if you buy a prop from somebody and then you make a mold of it and recast it and sell it,
Okay.
that's a big deal.
So by stealing
and a lot of
props.
and it's all very strange because then there's always that one person, or there's usually more than one person, will pop in there and be like, well, but all of this is based on intellectual property that you don't own, so I can recast whatever I want because you don't own this. Like there's that guy always.
Yeah. It's like
So
it's like thievery among criminals. Like,
right, and the equivalent of
What are you gonna
that
do,
is
go
when
to the
people are
police?
just like, well, Grogu, well, that's just a toy that exists. You can do whatever you want. It's not like he owns Grogu. It's like, yeah, I know. You want to be like that guy? Do you want to be that guy?
I'm kind of that guy.
Anna's that guy.
She said she wants to be that guy. I know she's that guy.
Somebody
'Cause
wants
she's that guy to me all the time. I love you. I do. She does like to stir the shit.
You have a feeling about something, let me invalidate it with my logic. That's actually not really what
Oh, I like all your the Fliptronic wavy tube mans. I'm the green one, like this.
I got our colors. Our hair's colors.
This shirt is from Logan. They do like speaking of knockoffs, this is called Gremlins.
It's band,
These
right?
are all. It's not a band. It's like a night that they
Oh.
do that are all based on Gremlins knockoffs. So this
Why
is
did I
like
think there was
Ghoulies and
actual
Critters. I
band?
believe this is Ghoulies and this is Critters. And they're all.
Glows in the dark, right?
It glows in the dark. It does. I can't show you because then you won't see me. So one thing, you can't do glow in the dark stuff really that well on video cameras. Drama and pinball? No.
What the fuck are we
We're listening to a
I
Halloween.
put a spell on you.
God.
Halloween mix. It's actually pretty good.
It's a great
Alexa
Halloween
came
mix.
through for this
You guys might not have been able to hear it earlier, but one of the songs that was playing while we first started this game was Twilight Zone by Golden Earring.
Yeah, it's a broad interpretation, I would say. But it's good. Good. I like it.
Good. They also played the Will Smith, the Fresh Prince Will Smith Nightmare on Elm Street song, which is great. How was everybody's weekend? Anybody do anything fun? Let me guess. Did you play any pinball this weekend? We didn't really talk about it on Friday all that much about the news that Lyman Sheets and Josh Sharp are going to be working on
Very exciting.
the Cactus Canyon code.
I wish I
Part of me is
had ever
thinking,
played Cactus
how,
Canyon.
like, I'm hoping they're announcing this after they've been collaborating for a little while because I feel like it's taken quite a bit of time. It's been 2 years they've been working on Cactus Canyon, but it was also COVID years, which don't feel like they count as years.
Nope, they don't count. They don't count officially. They don't count.
But I'm very excited. I'd love to see what Lyman can do with some Cactus. And I'm wondering what they're going to do. Like, obviously, Cactus Canyon was incomplete. Is notoriously incomplete for just not having any sort of
I did
wizard
not know
mode.
that, but okay.
It was incomplete code. And it was never finished.
Well, I'm a huge Lyman code fan.
Yes.
Definitely. I'm very excited. Anytime
And Lyman's
such
work
a
is
thing.
worth the wait, you know? He takes his time and he spends you know, I enjoy that.
But the Josh news is like, whoa, okay. I'm like getting into the family biz.
Yeah, I'm curious about that because like the announcement was like, okay, Lyman Sheets, famous coder, and then Josh Sharp, famous pinball player, famous pinball media, famous, you know, association starter.
Oh yeah.
But he doesn't have a lot of experience in code, so I'm curious to see, like, they must be bouncing ideas off each other. It's kind of a cool...
Keith isn't like a coder,
Oh, I know.
and he
And
designs games. So,
But this
So
isn't
I'm
game
wondering-
design, this is code design.
but
code
it's
design.
game. It is game design. All the code design.
Sure,
is the same
the
as-
rules you're saying.
The
It's
rules.
true.
Yeah.
It's true.
But Lyman does that too, so yeah, it'll be
He
interesting.
does. Yeah. Maybe they just wanted to collaborate. So.
Yeah.
Who's up?
Jaded says Josh Sharp will test the code that Lyman writes. I'm very excited, Jaded, and I'm hoping that, you know, I'm assuming. Also, like, what's great is I feel like Lyman, because he has such a history with coding some of the games from Williams, and just he's been in the business for so long. I just feel like he'll just take the existing code and just really like tweak it and really bring it into, because let's face it, some of our favorite games from the 90s, if you compare that to the complexity of the code games of today, they're not nearly as complicated as the games now. And, you know, that's as the,
What do you think about that? Do you like it more complicated?
I mean, I'm on the fence about it. There's good things and bad things. Obviously, good things. The more complicated the code is, the deeper the game is, the longer you can play it. It has longevity. It's you know, it's hard and, you know, complex. But the caveat of that is, if you're not a very good pinball player, then it can be frustrating. It can feel too hard.
Or if you're just an average pinball player.
Right. Well, we've talked about this when we
Hi,
talk about
Brandon D.
Avengers sometimes, is my first impressions of Avengers is I felt inadequate because I knew enough about pinball to know what I couldn't do. But it would be an amazing game to own because it's one of those games where you're not going to get, if you're a really good pinball player, you're not going to get to the wizard mode immediately.
Easy. I think it needs to go over a little more.
Just a little more.
It's like, put the tape there.
Tape is wrong.
No.
No, can you put it over a little more?
Just don't worry about it.
Okay, don't worry about it.
I'll move it. I lined the tape up centered with the middle of that. It needs like
Well, come here and look at where it is. So
Okay,
it's a little
yeah.
bit.
That better?
Oh, that's because the two legs weren't parallel. Yeah.
It
I
could
think
still
it's fine.
go for it further in my view. That's great. Perfect.
Wow, you guys are really making me look like I really know how to play this game.
Well, you did the super skill shot, so your ball stays
I don't even know what that is.
We're holding down the flipper, plunging it fully, and
Uh-huh.
hitting like 3 blue shots. She
three
did it.
blue shot, nice.
But it's too
wasn't
risky.
worth it.
No.
It was 100%.
Look at that little girl go. But yeah, so that guy.
Get out of the fucking pots, you sleazy fucking jerk.
You guys were talking about the Grogu mod that someone did.
What does
And-
that even look like?
It's basically just like a little Grogu that moves and shit. Like actually is like a little robot.
Like where a Grogu is in the game?
Yeah, you would just replace it with like a
Oh, cute.
motorized one.
Cute.
Holy slings.
But I was in that group where that guy was. So the problem is that guy was trying to sell it.
I see.
And,
The other guy like kind of like figured it out, but like they're both trying to sell it, like sell what they've done.
Well, okay, so Joe was more excited about showing everybody how he made it, and then was offering to like sell kits to people who couldn't do it themselves. And he was selling the kits, I think, for like $300, and then the guy was selling it for $280.
Yeah.
So he was like undercutting the price.
Yikes.
But like, also, I mean, I don't know
But
any of
Joe
these
then
people.
also said, like, look, I have a shit ton of or like I can't keep up with this stuff. I don't want this to be my job. So,
Then why did you sell it? Give it away then. Put it online. Show people how to do it.
Well,
That's my hot
I
take.
always say-
My hot nudge hot take of the day.
not who did it first, it's who did it most.
Hey!
And
It's a horrible multi-ball.
that's all people care
One
about.
guy did all the R&D to get it working and started to sell it. That's right, Oz Eric. But I
The
don't.
other guys did it more efficiently and cheaper than.
I think
You move
I'm an
faster.
open source girl. I think it's better if it's all open
Look
to
at that
everyone,
magnet throwing that ball around.
and then everyone can work together to make it a better product. So that's my two hot sets are. Everything's hot. Hi, Wolfman.
Anna doesn't believe in intellectual
Oh.
property.
Alright.
I don't like it.
Why do these slings feel like
Snappy?
insane?
Snappy,
to
snappy,
me?
snappy?
It's like. I feel like I'm just constantly.
Worst part of all, the pinball machines. Those damn slingshots.
Yikes.
Spicy takes.
Spice taste.
What else is news? What else is...
I mean, we could zoom this in a little. Is it?
I like seeing the art blades,
You like seeing it?
personally.
I don't mind it.
Let's just see what happens when I go like this. How's that?
That's
little more.
fine, too.
That's good. We still
Yeah.
see the air blades.
No, it looks more zoomed in. It does.
Why is this spicy?
Out of the sling sound again.
If
They sound like scatting.
somebody could figure out a way,
Oh my god.
the game that would be appropriate, and also that like the sound when it hits the slings would be like beatboxing, would be pretty cool.
Oh my god. That could be kind of cool. Yeah. Yeah, I love it when the pop-uppers play a song in games. It's like one of my favorite things. It can kind of get annoying.
Who's
but-
Care Bear? Mooba, this is, I believe that might be Chuck's Care Bear. And Anna was like, I wish I brought a stuffed animal because the last time we were here,
Oh,
Glow
man.
Skull brought this amazing, cute little Godzilla.
Yeah, yeah.
And I found that sitting over there, and I'm like, here you go, Anna. Here's the stuffed animal. So, did you guys have Care Bears when you were kids?
Yeah.
Which Care Bear did you have?
I was a Care Bear when I was.
I also was a Care Bear. My mom made us Care Bear costumes.
The one that I remember the most,
How are we the
having the
same?
most, was the sleepy one with the moon on it. Which
I
makes
had
all
a
the
Sleepy
sense
Bear.
to me.
I had Sleepy Time Bear was my bear.
So much.
My bear was Sleepy Time Bear.
Maybe it's like a
Yeah,
predictive thing. I don't know. Like parents didn't know that they were going to be like predicting their child's future behaviors.
Yep.
But oh my gosh, the moon bear.
I absolutely had a Sleepy Time Bear. That was my bear. It's like, okay, you know, me and my sister were relatively close in age. We're 3 years apart. So let me just tell you, every single Christmas, we'd get the same present, only slightly different from somebody. So, like, one year we got, like, desk sets, and I got, like, pink hearts, and she got purple flowers.
Same. I mean, I was 5 years apart from my sister, so we
So
really
she-
shouldn't have gotten the same things. But the
She
pink
had a
and
Care
purple thing
Bear,
is real.
and I had a Care Bear as well, and hers was the, I think it was Sunshine Bear. No. It was one of the pink ones. The pink bear. It wasn't Lionheart.
Tenderheart.
Or Tenderheart, yeah. Ooh, Ridley, you had a Wuzzle? I never had a Wuzzle, and I really wanted one. I really wanted a Wuzzle.
Did you have a popple?
A popple?
Popple, yeah.
A popple?
I loved my
No.
popples. I loved popples.
She's really thinking about what to buy.
I know. It's okay. It takes a minute to see what they all do. I don't know. What
We
they
are
all
talking
do.
about Care Bears, Mr. Wombat.
buy it.
You had a Grumpy Bear?
What's the name of the one behind us with the rainbow?
Yeah, what's the rainbow one? That is clearly a newer one because mine was not as
Ooh, you can hear the music, Wolfman. That's cool.
a little different. Let's just jump to the left.
Yeah. Lindsay asked if I wanted to talk about my movie feelings.
Alright.
I don't know if I do.
Candyman? Or something else?
Malignant.
Oh, you saw Malignant.
Yes, last night.
Was it... Tell us. You have to tell us now.
I heard about it already. So you don't have to tell me.
I hated it.
She hated it. Tell us why you hated it, without spoilers.
It was trying to just intentionally do the thing where
Ooh,
something
I had
becomes a
wuzzles.
cult classic by earnestly attempting to be like a horror movie and then like failing at it completely for various reasons, and so
Okay.
everybody loves it because it's like a mess, right? Like those.
Okay,
movies.
like it's so bad it's good?
Yep. But
Okay.
This one set out to just do that.
You can intentionally do that.
Can't intentionally do that,
No.
and they did try to intentionally do that. I didn't appreciate it. It didn't work for me.
Has anybody, speaking of movies, has anybody seen the Venom Carnage movie?
No.
No.
I've heard some weird things about it.
But did you see the original one?
Yeah.
I did see the original.
I thought I
Did you like the
I didn't know
original?
what they were trying to do. I didn't know
It
what
was
they were
okay. I don't remember hating it.
I liked it.
Ooh, we should move that because shame says "hame" on my face.
Hame.
Now I gotta think about it. No.
Fix your layers. I lol.
Fucking eyeball.
Okay.
We'll do what we want. We'll put our
You're
layers
so
wherever we
demanding.
want.
You'll still watch. No, you're right. We gotta fix our layers.
We're trying.
Fixing our shit.
It's hard to do with one
Fix our
hand.
shit. Venom wasn't that great. I feel like somebody that I respect for their movie opinions was saying that they had approached Venom
Try
to
that.
be like an actual
Might be good.
rom-com of Eddie and Venom, that they would have liked it better, but that they like kind of didn't go far enough with that. But then it was like it felt like an entire season of a TV show just shortened into 90 minutes.
Is that ball free?
Yes.
Oh no.
But it's our first
I
game.
had an extra ball.
Ooh.
Didn't realize I was giving
Where
that
is
up.
the extra ball?
It's in the scoop. But
Scoop.
it's, after you
Hopefully that fixed
play
it.
a mode or 2 modes, I think. I think it's 2 modes.
No, I did not take the Venom movie seriously.
I thought it was supposed to be serious. I was like, is this just
No.
the worst
I think
written
it's
thing
just
I've ever
fun-
seen?
it was
Oh,
funny.
It was supposed to be that way. It was supposed to be
I
yeah.
enjoyed how I thought it was humorous,
Yeah, I think you're supposed to be. I didn't know that.
and I enjoyed the dark humor of the Venom man.
I thought I was like gonna be watching it more of a Dark Knight type of
No.
movie. I don't know, like just in terms of or like even a Marvel movie.
Yeah, I mean, I watched it on an airplane too, though.
Oh,
so
that makes well, everything seems silly.
it's
on
fun
an
on an airplane. Everything's fun. There's rarely a movie I hated while watching it on an airplane.
My theory is that whatever like the
No, that's not
prevailing
true.
emotion of a movie is, like if it's a comedy, it seems so much funnier on a plane. If it's a drama, it seems so much sadder for me. Anything
Yeah.
I'm like watch on a plane, whatever like emotion they want to get out of me, it just doesn't make any sense. Why is that?
It's because your blood is like thinner or
Thinner,
something.
I think it's yes, less oxygen.
Yeah, like
Something like that.
yeah.
Or too much oxygen, maybe.
I mean, I don't know. I think it's a pressure related thing.
I'll buy it. Let me just buy it.
We can look it up. We'll look up the science later.
I don't know
You
that
guys
it's
know.
actually true.
There's
I think it's
science
just
behind
personal.
it. No, there's
Personal.
science behind it. It's a known thing that when you're on an airplane, you cry more.
Is it?
Yeah, I think. I cry a lot on an airplane.
Like in general or just at a movie?
Usually a movie's involved.
I really thought something was wrong with my brain while watching *Malignant*. Like, why can't I seem to keep hold of the thread of this movie? Like, am I just missing like huge chunks? Where did this thing come from? Did they mention
Yeah.
that before? What is that? Who is that? Is that the same person that was? I don't know. I just could not. And I get it, and I got that that's what they were trying to do. Like, basically just mash up a whole bunch of different horror movie tropes and you know, hope you. I don't even know what they wanted to do. I have no idea. I would never watch it again, and I kind of wish that I had left halfway through and just gone to play pinball.
I kind of want to see
I-
Candyman though from your review.
Yeah, Candyman's fine. It's not bad.
Sounded cool.
It just gives you a mission, right? It just shows you the other ones.
Yeah.
But it just gives you.
Yeah,
think
you don't
so.
get to choose your mission when you start a mission. There might be a different way to choose which mission you're playing before you start it, like pop bumpers or something, you know. Yeah, I'm not sure what the mission order is or it has to do with things.
Oh yes, Krista killed Godzilla. She came in and murdered it. She's very good
I
at
love Kevin in the
pinball.
Woods.
At pinball. She's actually number 1 in our Bells League right now.
Yeah, she
is.
she won the halfway through league.
Yes, she
She
did.
was leading in that one.
And
so
she's on the
she's
team
showing
that
us-
wins every year.
She's showing
in
us
the-
that was no fluke.
Like 5-time champions.
She's very good. She doesn't travel around for pinball very much, so she has kind of a low rating.
She's
but
very like
one of those-
nonchalant about the actual ratings.
yeah,
You know, like she loves to play.
she doesn't want to be ranked or something, which doesn't care about the ranking as much as some
She's
of us.
really good and just doesn't give a shit about it.
Yeah,
She just gets to be good at it.
yeah, it's not fair. I could say it's not fair,
But it's fine.
but it's fine.
She's like she's probably like she's the most chill about being the most
Good.
good.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Like
I would
she's
agree
just
with
like
that.
whatever. Whatever.
Yep.
I have fun. And like doesn't like go out of her way to like make sure everyone knows that she can kill it. But
Doesn't
then
at all.
she just kills it all the time.
Yeah.
Everyone knows.
No, she's great. I don't
And
know.
also she will miss almost anything to go to a Cubs game.
Oh, she'll miss almost. Well, yeah, she'll sacrifice pinball for anything like sports or.
She's got her
it's not
priorities.
Her favorite thing.
She's got priorities.
On Jack streams?
Yeah, probably on like early Deadfoot streams too.
Yeah.
'Cause, yep, she's been around longer than I have. Honestly, the reason she's kind of one of the first the reasons I got into this. She doesn't remember this, but I was the first time I was at Logan, played in the Tuesday League there. It was kind of my first ever introduction to competitive pinball, even though that's not rated or ranked, you know, isn't for points. And I just specifically remember watching.
See, it doesn't go.
You have to hit it hard.
Okay. So you got 2 things.
I don't know what those things do.
And I didn't
God,
even know.
they're
I had never thought about like
got
looking at the
them.
DMD or anything on screens, and we were playing Data East Star Wars, and that skill shot at the beginning, and I'm like, what is she doing? Like, why is she like waiting? And then I saw her do like the video skill shot, and I was like, oh my god, that's a thing. You can get points before you even start playing the game. What? And that just made me like, oh, there's lots of things to know about this that I don't even realize.
I think you're talking about the key. Jay lost, so.
Wow.
Fluff
So
alert.
fun.
Fluff alert.
I love you, Jane. She hates it when I say she.
She's just trying to activate you.
I know.
She knows. What did I say earlier about Anna likes to stirring
like it.
the shit? Anna likes to stir some shit.
Sometimes. Not always. Always.
Literally, when you're like, not all the time, I'm looking at the camera like, no, always. Always. And you're like, yeah, always.
She knows.
She
We
knows.
all know.
She knows. That's a TikTok meme. She knows.
Is it?
She knows.
Of course it
Look at he's gonna suck on the ball.
is. He's trying so hard. He wants it so bad.
And then Mando's like, wait a minute. Give it back. Like, looks back at him. Hey,
Hey, is that me?
put it back.
No, Jay?
Yeah.
Nudging.
I don't know how Ballroom Blitz is Halloween themed, but I like this song, so I don't care.
Fits. You know it in your heart. It's true.
In my heart of hearts.
I think it is.
Well, yeah. I know the last time we talked about movies that made us cry. Let's not do that this
Let
time.
me do that. I would like what? Another Cabin in the Woods like movie. We need.
Did you see is it Tucker and Dale Save the World?
Yeah, I tried to
just
watch
put in
that.
Hot Nudge, it's fine. You weren't into it.
I can't remember. I feel like it was like I started watching it, but I might have been like at my parents' house.
Because that's very much like these guys are like, it's like one of those things. It's like Shaun of the Dead style, like where they're like just stumbling upon saving the world in a way that's very comical.
Yeah. Oh, I really like This Is the End. That's
I also enjoyed This Is the End.
I loved that I saw that without knowing anything at all about it, and like. At a friend's house, we were like, well, let's watch a movie, and we both had no clue. We're like, well, there's a lot of people in this, and we just thought it was so good because we had no expectations.
Because the end was insane.
John dies at the end is another.
John dies at the end. I have not seen Jennifer's Body yet, so I really, Ridley, I really did like Tucker and Dale. I thought that was pretty.
I'll have to check it out then.
And it was definitely one of those ones where I was just like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna like this, and then I was just like, oh, okay. And it's the one of the guys is now. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm thinking one of the guys was he also on Firefly? He's the one actor that's like, and also was like the pirate from Dodgeball.
I'm sorry.
Alan, yeah, I don't know how to say his last name.
Glow Skull, are you still around? Are you still around? Because I think I thought of the thing we were trying to think of. It's the new Edgar Wright movie, maybe? That we saw the trailer for? Speaking of
what kind of horror movies do you want to see other than that? Because I heard of another one on TikTok that I had never heard before, and the guy was like, it's disgusting, and they almost didn't want people to see it. It's called the Poughkeepsie Tapes.
The Poughkeepsie Tapes?
Yeah.
Is that kind of like a Blair Witchy thing, or like?
Yes, it's like a faux documentary
about a place
that they found a bunch of tapes of basically like a bunch of torture and murder, and as it progresses, it gets worse and worse. And it's streaming for free on Pluto TV right now.
And it's too much.
It's like to the point where the production company was just like, we don't know whether we should just like throw this away or just like quietly release it. Because it's like,
well, that's how you make it all classic.
I'll start
there. Yeah, of course, Malignant had a little bit of that like old documentary. We found a tape of somebody talking about something that happened, but it had like a little bit of everything, and it was just I hated it. Oh, I'm sorry. I would love if anybody can give me like can do a debate about Malignant
right now.
You can tell me anybody in chat who's seen it.
Okay.
You know, convince me or fight me. I don't know.
Let's fight.
It's not worth fighting about. That's how little I think of it, to be honest. But I kind of feel like it will be polarizing somehow.
Thank you, Lilo. Thanks for that gift. Welcome, Broccoli Pan, to the sub crew.
The other people in the theater left during the movie, and I was like, I never do that. I just never. Don't
I've
do
never
that.
done that
Like
either.
It would have to like somehow actually offend me to the point where I felt like I can't be here because that would seem somehow like
there was
supporting this movie.
A really gross '70s movie that is very exploitational. That my mom always talks about how her and my dad went to go see it on a date, and she's like, we left after 15 minutes because it was so gross. And then when she was talking about it, Charlie was like, oh, blah blah blah, and he like said the name. She's like, yeah, and he's like, yeah, it's pretty intense. But of course he's seen it, you know?
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, and I used to go to film festivals and like see all sorts of really messed up stuff because the midnight movies were the favorite thing about Sundance that me and my friend would do. We'd like see these crazy movies that would never see the light of day sometimes after that, you know, after the festival. And I've seen people walk out of those like in a huff because they're viscerally offended, but nope. I only regret that we didn't walk out of this one when those other people did because it really wasn't worth staying for.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't have any other like new scary movies on my list to see. I mean, there's the new Halloween,
Oh, when's that
Oh, I
coming?
definitely want to see that.
which I can't believe it's not out yet. Like, it seems like, why
Is
is
it coming out on Halloween?
I don't know.
It should be earlier than
should be
Halloween
earlier
if they
than
want to make
that.
some fucking money on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Cadaverator, thank you so much. It was really fun to be at Stern on Friday.
Yeah, it was.
Also, yes, and I want to do an extra shout out. Thank you so much, Keith, for having us there.
Thank you,
so much,
Keith.
Wason,
Thank you,
for-
Wason.
After the stream, he took us on this really great tour of the factory for the people that hadn't been there before. Jane was just playing Godzilla in Pinball Alley the whole time.
I've been on the tour before.
There. Yeah,
I wanted to
but
play
it
more
was
Godzilla,
super-
sue me.
It was just very welcoming and amazing.
Yeah.
And
Jack
they
was
gave us
very,
t-shirts,
yeah, they
and
gave
Jack
me
was
a
super
jacket.
cool.
Super cool jacket.
It
I
was
didn't
just,
have my
they were so nice and so welcoming to us being there.
Yeah, it was really a lot of fun. I hope we behaved well enough to be invited back. We'll see.
I did also try to clean up a little bit while people were on the tour in the kitchen.
Oh, thank you.
I was just
Okay.
giving you shit, Jane. I
know.
thought it was funny. That was
I definitely
smart.
prioritized the Godzilla. Well, and as Keith was walking out, he's like, the premiums in the Pinball Alley, and I like kind of knew. I'm like, well, they're gonna be real mad if I just actually have been in there playing the whole time. But I thought maybe I could sneak in a game like right before the tour ended, which I did.
Yeah, and I'm kind of bummed I didn't get to get my one.
But no, I knew they wouldn't want like all of us hanging out, playing in the arcade.
I mean, we could do that. I could do that all day.
Yeah.
But if anybody's going to Expo, I highly recommend going on a Stern tour.
Yeah,
Because
definitely
it's
go on the
super
tour.
awesome to see everything that's made.
I didn't even think about the fact that at Expo probably Godzillas will be there to play.
Oh,
Absolutely.
yes.
I
There was
didn't even
an
think
entire
about that.
That's
section
gonna be
in the
awesome.
back of Stern that was all labeled Pinball Expo.
Yeah.
They're bringing a ton.
They're bringing a ton of
How did
games.
I
a
not
ton of games.
Yes.
think about that?
Yeah.
And they're very fully aware of the fact that COVID has kind of limited how many places you can play some of the newer games. They're gonna bring all that shit.
We're bringing all that shit. You guys got to come to Expo.
Can't
I
wait.
hope you guys can.
I'm just gonna hide under a pinball machine when they close at 2 a.m. so that I can. No, I'm not. Yeah, maybe. No, maybe.
I always think I'm gonna
Thanks.
spend way more time in the show, like in the actual expo area. than
And
I
that's
ever
just
do.
Stern. Like, American has teased that they're gonna say something. We have no idea what Jersey Jack's gonna do because they're so super secret with it.
Yeah,
Just never talk about
traditionally
it.
they all want to reveal something,
Right.
You know, whether it's
But push comes to shove, there will most likely be a couple of Guns N' Roses to play, which again, there's literally only one place in this city to play those publicly. And I haven't gotten a chance to do it, so
Guns N' Roses. So much going on.
it's got so much. Because it's a Jersey Jack. They put the kitchen sink into it, whether you like that or not.
Yes. It's also that
This is
game,
the way,
you
yes,
can turn
this
that
way.
game up to 11. It's so loud. I mean, you feel like you're at a concert, which is the point.
When you move, you stream. I'll also are you gonna stream? I think this is replaying, but I don't care.
That's okay.
The kitchen sink with all the extra lighting. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Hello, that would be awesome. Would you stream pinball or would you stream something else?
Ooh, nice shove nudge. It was necessary.
yeah,
The Whistler does not slide very well.
The Friday stream was just a wonderful gift that came about very last minute and was just such an honor. It was great.
Yeah, and getting to do the Stern Insider stuff was like very special.
Very cool. Very cool.
I love that shirt. I can't wait to get the kid. I really
Yeah.
There's a
Especially
lot of
because you
potential with
can.
that. There's a lot
There's a
of things
lot
they
of
could
potential.
do. Really.
And like conceivably, if they're like, because right now it seems like it's on a website, but
Fine.
it could eventually become an
it
app.
feels like it's got to be an app.
So eventually it might become an app. Maybe there's for the future, I can just see them partnering with other apps. Like, what if operators could set it up where people could have it be like connected to pay range where you could use it to pay for games too. Like, I mean, I do know in more tech savvy locations, like a lot of places in San Francisco will have pay range set up where you don't have to have money on you. You can just play by like Venmoing the money that you want to pay for your pinball machines, and I think that's kind of the future, honestly. Although I do love my change purses and having my quarters on me, but pinball related.
I love not actually knowing how much money I spend on pinball.
I love. I'm right there with you.
Putting
Pinball
the
is
cash
awesome.
in, converting it to quarters, and then once it's quarters, it's already spent on pinball.
Yeah, because you don't count it as money anymore. You just count it as like
Pinball money.
You shake it and you're like, well, I have this much. Oh, you're drinking that dick beer again. Did you see Anna's beer? It's got wieners on it. You might not be able to see it. It's a rainbow, but they're wieners.
It's called Gay IPA.
Have you seen, okay, I know we talk about TikToks a lot, but okay, there's a TikTok where the lady is talking about the fact that it's gray sweatpants weather, or it's like gray sweatpants season.
No.
She is frosting cookies, and she puts one of those like hard candy wieners under the frosting
Oh no.
on the gray sweatpants, and it's a cookie that you can get for like your bachelorette party.
That's hilarious. That's
funny.
a hilarious thing. Shame. Okay.
Yeah, you could do that.
I don't know why I'm getting a shame, but
you know what? It's hot nudge.
yeah, we're in Deadfoot Studio today. He's allowed us to come and hang out here on the weekend.
Yeah. Although he's we've got games behind us right here, but there's a space here. So he lost 3 games on Thursday. He lost Batman, which I sent him condolences specifically for losing that Batman because I know how much
I just saw Triple Drain from Jane, and that's a rarity.
Batman. He lost Batman, Beatles, and Stranger Things. But I do not doubt that he's probably going to get at least a Godzilla.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll get pros and premiums. I don't know. I don't know what he's going to get. He's going to get all sorts of things.
I cannot believe that you death saved on a pinball circus, just Devious. You're pulling our legs.
Devious, did what's his face come out and like yell at you for that?
The whole thing would have toppled over.
Is that stand-up one?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's like extremely rare.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's only 1 or 2 of them that were built, but I think it's kind of fun just because it's so different. But it's definitely not like normal pinball in any way, shape, or form.
It's vertical pinball.
Yeah,
It's like a mousetrap.
It's like Mousetrap. It's like playing. What's it? Machine?
That upper plate field.
What is that called? Rube Goldberg.
Yeah.
No!
What's it machine?
You should try a death save.
I've already tried and lost.
It needs
snaggy.
to be.
It's a snaggy floor, but that's okay.
Yeah, it needs to be the floor that they have at Stern.
Yeah. That it's almost like you would probably accidentally try to dust that, accidentally dust. Give a healthy wine treat to JEV. Yeah, I wish. Don't think we have any wine.
Gigantic hard seltzer that I'm not going to drink. Does anybody want some of it?
Very large.
It's because I didn't want to buy the whole thing, like the whole 6-pack.
But then you have to drink this all at once.
No,
Is the problem.
no, I don't have to.
It's got antioxidants and vitamin
I'm going to put it in
C.
this jar, and then I figured somebody would drink some.
I'll taste it. I'm not a big seltzer fan, but
Plus, it has antioxidants.
antioxidants though. I do like those.
Less cancer. You know that?
Antioxidants.
Yeah. Totally. Superfood.
So, you guys, I'm doing really good progress on my Halloween costume, and I'm very excited about it. Because I'm worried about... That was perfect. You pulled it into the perfect position. Easy.
It's a skill.
See, okay, so I poured about half of it into here, and then the other half somebody can drink.
Okay.
If anybody wants it.
I'm fucking sucking.
It's like orange.
Mango
Mango pineapple.
I already
Hint of
have a drink.
Pineapple mango.
All right, well-
I do too, but we'll leave it.
Just put it off to the side.
It's
Whatever.
over here.
Gremlins. Running my face. I'm worried about. I'm like basically waiting for the other shoe to drop. You know, I have enough experience with making costumes to know that something is gonna not go the way I want it to go. Something's gonna go different. I have the chest piece, like the breastplate and the chest piece, the thigh pieces, the knees, the shins, the arm guards, and the helmet pretty much done.
Nice. That's a lot.
In terms of like structure.
Yeah.
They need to be sanded, they need to be painted. And that's a lot. That's a lot of stuff. But I also need to I haven't done the gauntlets and I haven't done the shins. The shin pieces.
Okay. You don't need those also.
I do.
Okay.
I do. I have the patterns for it already. I'm just running low on EVA foam, so I have to get another shipment of that.
Yeah.
Blue butt.
I know
I don't
Luba.
repeat costumes.
This
I
is her
don't.
favorite thing to do. So
I
it's
don't.
every year is an
I mean,
excuse.
I could use the Dracula costume. I just don't like to repeat costumes.
quite the save over there.
Thanks.
Quite the
Lady Daddy's King
Fucking
Kong.
save.
Oh yeah, Daddy's King Kong is that's a very rare one. All con flippers instead of just having the standard ones. Only 9 of these machines were ever made. Wow.
That's cool.
So you recently went to Vegas, or are you from Vegas?
I want to go to Vegas next year. I'm sure.
Yeah, you went to Disneyland. That was your.
Yeah. Also, I'm going to like 3 pinball competitions.
Did you guys get TPF stuff
I put myself on the wait list.
on the wait list? Maybe I should do the wait list too. Because
I-
I'm like just very like, oh, do I commit to that already? But like you have to
I
like
committed.
decide now.
I mean, I bought the classics too, but I'm on the classics list.
How did I do that?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm going, but the classics are only $20, so I decided to put myself on there. But I'm on the wait list for the women's and the wizards, or whatever it's called. You should put yourself on if you want to go. But
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to go.
I've never been to TPF, and I've always wanted to go.
Okay, if you always want to go, you should put. What's
Sorry.
happening?
Fly was
It's
in
on
your
my
bangs.
hair.
It was in your bangs, and I couldn't let that stand. Couldn't let it stand.
Get this shitty thing out of
You
here.
know what? It's because the fly's about to die. Anytime they're like old, because they only live like a day, they get very like slow, so they land on things more, and they're like more in your face.
Yeah.
Like they're not smart enough. Meanwhile, Jane has moved the game like.
This happened a while ago.
It's been on progressive.
Yeah, the pin is sideways.
Yeah, askew. It's askew.
My favorite thing actually about Friday's stream is the people that were unfamiliar with how much we move games being like, what are these girls doing?
Yeah.
They're moving the game. So we're like, yeah. Have you ever seen Hawk Nudge? Because we move.
We have Nudge in our name for a reason. It's because when Nudge.
And Jack has said, like, he said his, like, overhead. Like, okay, do you want to know how much space between the game and his stand? What? There was, like, less than 2 inches between the stand and the game. And that's why when Jay moved it, the whole stand was like, whoa. Like, I was just like, please,
It was
don't
great.
fall.
It was great.
It was great. Makes for good TV.
I heard that George Gomez mentioned that the Stern Insider program would launch on Wednesday. Any more feedback after using the app while you're... So, first of all, it's not an app. It's
It is. It's the web. It's their
it's a
website. Yeah.
So you have to use your browser on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
But
that might be the next iteration is eventually an app for it.
yes.
I'm hoping.
The other thing that I have... Okay, well, I'd loved it. Let me start by saying that.
Okay.
I loved it.
But she has feedback.
And I know that usually you don't have a personal QR code that you get scanned, because that can be like a security
Well, you can reset your QR,
But
which I had to
luckily-
do because I put
Right.
my QR code on the internet, and
You
then
can
I
reset your QR. So
But
that
you
makes
can't
that
reset it when
easy.
you're in a game. So
Right.
I had to wait until I finished my game, then reset my QR.
I think our accounts are still active. Yeah. There was an issue with me, like, I think I had set my password a little too complicated.
Or it might have been just too many characters because I saw you have like.
Yeah. That's how your passwords should be everywhere.
Okay.
Rebecca.
Well, okay, so there are some tweaks about that I feel like
Would let me log in with my password.
it might
Had
be
to
one of those
change it.
things where they need the prompts that say must have a capital and a lowercase, must have a symbol, must be no longer than 9 characters, and it didn't have any of that. It never gave you any of that feedback, like what your password should or should not include. So I think yours was probably too many characters, but there wasn't any
Yeah.
UI that said too many characters.
It didn't tell me
when you typed it.
what was wrong.
Yeah.
So we don't know what it was.
But that's why, we were the guinea pigs. We tested it out, and then they.
I'm
fixed
not
that
trying
kind
to
of
talk
stuff.
shit. Okay.
No, I know. I know you're not talking.
I'm not talking shit. I'm just. If I were to write some bug reports on what I did, which is my
You're
job,
not
so it's
reading
hard
it.
for me
We're
not
not
to.
I see what you
It's hard
did
for
there
me
with the
not
whole
to.
spaces and everything, with the whole saying the thing you're not supposed to say with the spaces, but we're not saying that out loud.
No, we aren't. But no, I loved it. I thought I can't wait to buy the kit. I want the kit on my new Avengers. I think having just using it to put your name, just so your name is on the player that you're.
So you always know. So if you get really drunk and you don't remember what player you are, it looks right up. It's got your
it's
nickname right there.
Like it's your turn.
It types in your initials if you get it a high score, which is awesome. You can go in at any time and look at all of the games that you've ever played, and it'll tell you all the achievements that you've made. I like that while you're playing, you can hear the achievements. Like you'll just hear this. There's a very specific bell ding that's not like any of the sounds within the game. You just made an achievement, and I see the potential in that. Like right now, it's a little tiny baby of. She's just moving it further and further to the left.
She's like, I don't want the stream
She's
to
still
watch
alive,
me
you guys. She's still alive, and that's what counts. You just have to imagine what happens in the left out lane.
Lynn and Denver, my husband is regretting that I've discovered that I love also having green hair. Green hair twins.
Lynn, are you coming to Expo? We should hang out. Be green hair twins. I love having green hair. I love it.
I know, it looks really good.
Specifically, my favorite green color is from Lime Crime. Lime Crime is the company that I like the best. And they have, so the top color is Jello. And then this color here, which is my favorite, this one here, that's called Sea Witch.
Sea Witch is the best color.
And it is great. And it doesn't fade as much as the other ones. It's nice and thick when you apply it. You can even mix it with a really heavy conditioner to kind of thicken it a little bit more when you put it in. And it's still pretty vibrant. And I liked it of all the ones that I've put in my hair. Although, I will say that under a black light, the Lime Crime does not glow. But this color underneath here, this is Manic Panic amplified, and I believe it's called Green Apple or Green Phantom maybe. This glowed in a black light, which was cool.
That was cool.
That was cool.
Okay, we'll check out your last 3 streams.
I'll definitely check it out, Lynn. And we can chat. We can chat about
green hair chat.
green hairs.
Join the Discord. Join the Discord. There's also a secret channel that we can get you in.
I also, full disclosure, have no idea how it stains anything because my entire bathroom is green colored. I rent, and it is a 60s bathroom where the sink and the bathtub are a hunter green. So I have no idea
That's amazing.
what happens to the hair color when it is being rinsed. I don't know. But yeah, it kind of works for the color. Hi, game time!
I'm glad that you're appreciating my bug reports game time. I want to debug it some more. Maybe I should just go on there and just
You could.
fuck with it, see what happens.
She tries to crash it and be like, here are the 12 things that I did that crashed your
Well,
inside
they
of
should
my
fix it
program."
before it happens. Before it's
course.
live. Of course. Anyway, I'm assuming that it'll be possible to print out the QR code, scan it on the machine, and check achievements later. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's just a QR code, so
Yeah.
you can put it on any. You can put it on a shirt if you wanted.
Then you just like you walk through
You're
the
just
game
like,
and you're just like
meh.
you like mash your chest and move.
You can get it tattooed on your hand, but then you can't reset it.
Yeah, then you have to reset. But like a bracelet.
Yeah, little bracelet.
I definitely think that the other elements that I thought was interesting, like, because you know, there's always been kind of this idea of doing like the tournament games, and I think that the connected program will have options for operators to have like goals, like what if Gavin decided he's like, hey, on this spoon game, I'm doing this particular objective, and whoever gets the highest score while also getting this objective, like a tournament, you get like a payout from it. I think that's cool.
What is she doing right now?
I don't know.
She's just murdering everything.
She's in
She
jetpack multi-ball.
should move the game back, because I
She
really.
can't. She has 2 warnings.
You have 2 warnings.
She has at least one.
Damn it!
It's fine.
This fly. Jack, get your fly shit under control.
If I can find it, I'll smack it.
Let's
Smack it and kill it.
Do they have?
Where is it?
Does he have one of those? I feel like I was somewhere that had one of those paddle things.
Let me look. I'm on the case.
She's looking. She's gonna look. Yeah, a couple of the crates have bad internet. Yeah, as long as you, I think as long as you have, because it doesn't connect to the phone at all. It's just a QR code. It's just a camera, as far as I know. We did get free T-shirts. No, Dent, we got free T-shirts. What do you mean? Stern? We all got a free T-shirt. I got a free jacket. Because I doubt they had any large T-shirts, or maybe they just think I'm the greatest, which is true.
Here it is. Wait. It really likes you.
Okay, I wonder if it's because of my hair.
Now it really likes me. Wait. Following me. Well, let's get to a place where I can like.
It's like right in your fucking face. Ew, it's on your head. It's on your
Shut
head.
up!
It's on your head. It's on your head. It's on it. It's on the top of your head. Ah, it's just moved. Sorry.
I feel like a cat. I feel like a cat, you guys.
Where
I'm just
is
like.
it?
Well, and then of course you have to. I can't talk while that's happening because I don't want to swallow it.
Yeah, but that's a good idea that you should take a screenshot of your QR code, because then you can use it when you don't have internet. That's smart. They should make it. You should be able to add it to your Apple Wallet or whatever.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I'm full of great ideas, you guys.
I mean, I feel like obviously this is the first launch of it, and it'll only get better.
Kingpin is greater than Big Bang Bar.
Okay.
Oh, okay. The Machine King Bang is better than the Big Bang Bar. Is that a game? Big
Is
Bang Bar?
Kingpin so Kingpin's the other Capcom, yeah? I will admit I played Big Bang Bar and I thought it was okay. I wouldn't pay the crazy prices that people are paying for it, but I understand why they're doing that because it's super rare. I just thought the game was okay. Not like anything that's like, oh my god, this is the best game I've ever played. But the weird story behind it's because the fly.
The fly got it. You went crazy and touched your space.
Still there. Let me get it. Well, I'll get it in a second.
Okay. Sorry.
Huh? You shook it?
Oh, Dad. Now I see what you're saying. There are challenges that would be possible to earn free stuff by making achievements on the app. That's really fun. I bet that'll be mostly promotional, but that's super fun. And Brian Tessier, yeah, I know not everyone uses Apple shit. I barely use any Apple shit except for my phone. I don't. That's my only Apple shit. It's good. It's better than it. I mean, I don't know. Last Android phone I had was the Droid with the keyboard. So I don't know.
Are you in the wizard mode yet?
Yeah.
Oh, she's in the which wizard
I'm in the
mode?
mini wizard mode.
Which one is it? What's it called?
Precious Cargo?
What?
Precious Cargo?
Precious Cargo. Which one is this
Razor
episode?
Crest.
Okay.
Multi-ball one.
Okay.
You know, look at how beautiful this playfield is.
Thanks for
You
moving
can
it
see all of
back.
it.
Yep.
We also just recently upgraded to a PCIe Thunderbolt capture card situation, and I think our playfield looks extra special.
Well, all of our cameras are at the highest resolution they can be.
I know, they look great.
And they look great. And
Like, this is so good!
It's like-
do you know how much wasted time? Let me just give you a window in the wasted time of being like, okay, we'll make that one smaller because that one's not showing up. Okay, we'll adjust
Yeah.
it. Well, no, okay, now it shows up, but it's like too small, so let's see how big we can get it before the other one disappears.
It's great.
So much wasted time.
It's great though.
Too
Too
many
many pins with a crane.
No, I don't know if I agree.
know, I love
like
cranes.
cranes.
We like cranes over here. Give me a good crane any day.
The Women's Flip Wisconsin location that we played in a private collection of somebody that works at American Pinball, and their Last Action Hero was awesome, but they had clearly had a modded setup because there was, every time you hit the feature, it would have Bon Scott go, "Dynamite!" And that's not in the real game.
Okay, I've never. I don't
And
know
then
the game enough.
the
to know
multi-ball
that.
plays Barracuda. That's not in
Oh,
the real
that's cool.
and I was like, this is great. There were like clearly other rock songs that had been added into
Hey, Boris.
the game. So
Welcome.
Hi,
Thanks for the
welcome.
follow.
Let's party. Oh, our following's perfect for spooky season.
Oh, yeah.
Can anybody tell us what what game that's from? It should be really
I know.
obvious. It should be really obvious. Ollie Rage!
Hi, Allie Rage. Thank you, Parksonian. Rebecca is our layout guru master. She made this adorable layout that I love more than anything. Fucking Grogu that comes out. It makes me want to cry. It's so cute. He's so cute.
He's right there.
And he
There
goes,
And then he goes, and then he gets the ball. When he gets it,
there it
oh, then he takes it.
And then Mando's like,
what the hell, little dude?
hey. And he like looks back.
He's like,
hey,
wait a
man.
second.
And then the ball just goes,
Good baby.
I'm player one.
Good thing I got it.
I didn't finish the
Nice
mini
work.
wizard.
Yeah.
You got another ball.
Yeah, I can get to the yellow one now. I think I'm like one away from that.
Warm.
so.
Killing it.
But the red one is my stopper always. I cannot. Finishing those encounters
It's hard.
And I know the whistle thing is supposed to help and whatever, but one day I need to just like make sure I don't get stuck there. Like make yourself play an encounter between
Everything.
everything, or two of them honestly, because it's like 9 different ones.
So what's the green one? Is
The Razor Crest multi-ball.
Okay, so you have to get
Yeah.
3 of those, and then you get a new, and then you get a wizard mode.
Yeah, but you have to like light it again. Like you have to work.
Never can
you have to
keep
like
it.
Okay.
hit it
You
up
never keep
a
it for
few
the
times.
bonus level.
Yeah, and like
It doesn't just light after you get 3.
no.
Okay.
And then there's different phases to it, and you finish a phase, and then it'll light the scoop for an add ball. So you can get down to 1 ball, and it's timed, but it gives you like 20 minutes to do the whole thing.
Yeah.
The last phase is like weirdly up in the like encounter, or sometimes you won't know what you're supposed to be hitting, and it's because you need to get it into the mini playfield.
Yeah.
Confusing
I
too.
always try to just do the mini playfield. I don't know why I'm like obsessed with the mini playfield.
Yeah. That
But it's
that
hard.
jetpack multi-ball really wants you to do that. You get add-a-balls up there, and it adds to your jackpot. And I had a pretty big one. I just couldn't hit the jackpot shot.
Why is
Especially
this on the
multiplayer.
Halloween mix?
So,
It's about a
Razor
monster.
Crest Hurry Up. That's different than multi.
Yeah, but it can be really lucrative.
Okay,
It's just,
do I do that while I'm in a mode, or do I do that outside?
I think it's almost better to do it outside of a mode because it's a hurry up, and then your mode is also counting down. You know, so you don't necessarily want to say I'm going to spam the center the way I want to.
So it's like move your car almost.
Kind of, yeah.
Chomp this says Grandpa Jane.
Thank you, Chompus. But yeah, so I got an extra ball and I moved that back and I realized, like, as my ball was going out the right out lane, like, oh, I have dangers now. And just did the whole, like, jiggle, bring it all the way back out.
Smart.
So when it's
thing.
blue,
I
it's
got,
the
like,
hurry
one
up,
danger
and when
for
it's
that.
green, it's the multi-ball.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel
And
like
I prefer
all
bringing,
the level designers at Stern would be so proud of me getting
so I would start your mode, well, it takes probably, what, like 6 shots to get the next multi-ball?
It'll tell you what you
having a
want.
really
Yeah.
hard time getting this.
I
So-
backhand it.
I
Yeah,
know,
don't not
and then
backhand it.
Backhand almost everything in this game. I know it. Well, the reason I couldn't get that jetpack multi-ball super jackpot is
It's kind of cute.
because
I liked that.
on this premium you cannot backhand the turnaround scoop shot that it wants you to hit.
Oh yeah.
It'll just there's not enough oomph, and in the pro you can. But it's so really risky to go for that super jackpot shot four-handed. I
Well,
find
so
this
does anybody else
strangely
agree with Devious at too many cranes
in
on
what?
games?
Cranes on games? Cranes in
Well, I
games?
can only okay. So there's
Oh, we're
Judge
talking-
Dredd, Last Action Hero, Batman
Wait,
66.
where's the crane in Judge
Technically-
Dredd?
Yeah, I don't know what that one is.
Technically, Batman 66 is a pseudo retheme of Dark Knight. So
Yeah.
Multimorphic, I think, should have a crane on it. Junkyard's crane is different.
Yeah,
It's not like an arm, it's like a ball
It's not,
that you hit.
it's not a
right?
ball
I enjoy
delivery
that.
system. Yeah. I feel like I'm forgetting. Oh, Avengers, right? That has like a moving arm thing. Oh, the original Avengers.
Oh,
Not
I'm
the-
like,
the,
Infinity Quest?
the first Stern Avengers, right? Am I wrong about that? I think it does.
Ghostbusters has that counts. Broccoli with the Slimer that comes out.
Is that
That's
a
kind of
crane?
crane. That I feel like the Slimer mech is more like the crane from Junkyard, because it's something that you hit.
A dangle?
It's like
A
an
dangle
arm
toy?
that comes out. A
Jane.
dangle toy.
It's a dangle toy.
A dangle toy.
It's like a cat toy.
This kind of has a dangle toy.
I love Ghostbusters. I want a Ghostbusters. I love Ghostbusters.
Even with those Magna slings,
Heck yeah.
which I was 100% on board with, and then now I hate them because they always make me drain. Because the idea of them is great, like, oh, the slings are like haunted, but the actual execution is, wow, I just got screwed from the slings that are already hard and shitty. Slings are already drainy. But ones that you hit and then it goes like, ooh, eh. I feel like a cat. No, something right now.
That sounds like a pretty soft 100%.
Oh, you're saying that because I was behind them 100% and now I'm not. I said was.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. I love Ghostbusters. I love it. It's one of my favorite games.
I mean, every mode is great. All the artwork is great. I feel like
music.
the only thing, which is my problem, that is hard with Ghostbusters is if you don't keep your Ghostbusters in really good working shape, it can be horrible. It can be so horrible. If you don't have it tweaked just right, it could. You know, we had an issue with one Ghostbusters where every time you'd hit the, who brought the dog shot, the sort of the right orbit, it would come around, it would hit like the edge of the cliffy or something that was on the scoop and immediately go down the drain. Like something like that will ruin someone's experience with a game because that's not the way the game should play.
No.
But that's the way the game will play if you have a really crappy operator that doesn't keep their shit in order. Or like one that I had where the Slimer just never worked. So if you missed your skill shot, you could never start a mode. And I was just like, everyone playing this game is missing so much out of this game. Like all of the modes, all of the amazing call-outs.
Yeah.
Like the licensing was so on point with that game.
Yeah.
They really did well with getting so many assets from that movie. And yeah, again, the idea of Magnuslings is more.
But you also love the scream.
I love the scream. Yeah. I still love the scream.
Oh no.
I do wish that there was a means that you can turn Magnuslings off.
She tilted it.
But you still got a good one.
You got a good initial. High score number 1?
Your local
Nice.
Ghostbusters Slimer doesn't work, and you just never want to play that game, don't you? Because it ruins everything for it.
Okay, why is the score cam so shitty right now?
Because it's very, it's very subtle.
I'm sorry, I'm yawning.
It's okay. I can try and fix this quick. Here, let me see.
I will just redeem play the next ball one-handed.
Oh.
You hear that, Jane? Come back when you need more work.
Oh, there's nothing we can do about it. It's fine.
Do we do a one-handed game? Do we do a player for one-handed game, or do we not do that?
No,
We could do a one-handed player.
do a one-handed player for.
Yeah.
I'll start with this cat.
I mean, when Ghostbusters first came out, I'm like, I want this game. I want to own this game. And I still would own a Ghostbusters.
I really liked it when it first came out too. I just was getting into pinball, and I just was very twitchy, and but it felt so satisfying because it was such a fast game, and the sound effects just make you feel like you want to.
But you need, and that's why you need a good
Sounds great.
operator, and you also, if you own it, you just need to keep it in good shape.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing sucks more than
We don't have a cat.
Ghostbuster that doesn't have a working scoop, or ramp switch doesn't work. It's like,
Well, we were talking about the Slimer's not working.
oh,
Like if the switch on the Slimer doesn't work, then if you can't start anything.
you got to start it all from
Skill shots.
which is the best way to do it anyway. But also,
Of course, but some of us accidentally hit something that they don't mean to hit.
Yeah.
So happens.
honestly, if I had to pick one major thing to be broken on my Ghostbusters, that would be it. Because I feel like I could still play the game with that
The
broken.
Slimer?
Yeah. I try to avoid having the Slimer ever show up in my Ghostbusters game. But if a scoop doesn't work,
Some of us aren't.
I'm just saying.
I'm going to the bathroom.
It's not ideal, but of all the problems you could get around, I think that you could get around the Slimer. I do think that the jump scares during tournaments would be kind of awesome.
I agree.
I mean, knockers are kind of that way. Not so much because people love that sound, of course. You can absolutely backhand that ramp.
Really?
I prefer it, yeah. Yep. Nice. Yeah, I feel like that Slimer it never works as well as I want. It always takes so many more hits than I think it's supposed to. So I'm trying to figure out if I really like this Mando head with both flippers significantly better. I think so. I think it makes it not much easier by the fact that it tilts and moves on some of the harder encounter modes. Here we go. No tilt for her though. No tilt for her. How did I tilt? It's because I Yeah.
What a shitty piece of shit!
Oh no. Oh no. What a shitty piece of shit. Do you want to restart?
Nope, I already restarted.
You want to restart again?
No, it's fine. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
I just suck. It's fine.
This is not the way.
No.
Oof.
It's one way.
One of the ways.
It's just not the way of the Mandalorian, perhaps. But no one's thinking I'm a Mandalorian. Anger leads to hate. No, it's anger leads to fear, fear leads to hate, right? Is that right?
Anger leads to fear. Fear leads to hate.
Hate leads to the dark side. I would certainly be a Darth. I think I'd be a Sith Lord.
You be a Sith Lord?
I think
I'm not surprised.
I'm a good person. Okay? But no one understands me. That's exactly the whole plot of the first 3 movies with Anakin.
So you must hate sand.
Sand?
Yeah.
Why?
It's the meme.
What meme?
Prequel memes about Anakin and the horrible dialogue. You don't remember
I
that?
don't remember that.
No idea.
No.
Who's with me? Do you remember in the prequels when Anakin is like talking about sand?
Is it when he's trying to flirt with what's her name?
Yeah,
And like
kinda.
it's like the worst
Kinda.
on-screen chemistry
It's the
that's
worst.
ever
It's
happened.
literally the worst. It's coarse, yeah.
Ugh.
It gets everywhere. Yeah.
It gets everywhere, and is that what that's what he says?
Anakin Sand. Anakin Sand quote. I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
Well,
And I said it exactly like he says it, where he doesn't like sand.
he doesn't. I don't like sand. Have some fucking. Okay, I understand not liking sand. I've been at the beach many times where sand has been an issue. And I'm
In
like,
his diaper.
It's going places that I don't want.
Also, I recently watched The Phantom Menace, and it's so obvious. Like, they are so super obvious about when it's Natalie Portman and when it is fucking, what's her name from
What's her name?
from Pirates.
Yeah, what's her name?
Keira Knightley?
Thank
Keira
you.
Knightley. It is so obvious, and they're like, you won't recognize the fact that it's not her because
Sorry,
she's not
Park
wearing
Sony.
white makeup. And I'm like, it is so.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
Okay, Keira Knightley plays
very-
her bodyguard,
yeah.
and they switch back and forth because in the whole beginning part,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Natalie is pretending to be her,
Yeah.
not the queen,
Right.
but or not.
Broccoli plant
Wow,
cats
it's been a
love
long
the
time
beach.
since I've seen that. That's, yeah,
They
I
love
did
the
not know
beach.
that.
The beach to a cat is like the biggest litter box in the world. It's like it's their bathroom. And they can poo or pee anywhere they want. They love it. They're digging. They poo and they do some zoomies. So I don't know what Isla's talking about, really.
There's so much water. They don't like water.
They don't like water.
Some cats do.
Yeah.
Hey, it started my Pokeball?
Jokes about Anakin killing the younglings. The younglings. Jogger. Good one. That's a good dad joke.
I like that joke.
I like dad Star Wars jokes, maybe. Maybe that's what I like.
Give us some more. There's got to be like
100 million of those.
of that Star Wars.
My dog is pretty freaked out by waves. It's cute. He likes being chased, but hates being wet. Oh, I know. Yeah, that's a lot of complicated emotions.
my brother's family has a new dog, and it's a similar thing. Like, you can tell he really wants to be, and they live on a lake, basically. So
Yeah.
it's like, this dog is going to have to be a water dog at some point. But now it's a puppy. It's an Australian sheepdog.
Oh, yeah, they're not water dogs, I don't think.
But they're very protective, and they always want to be around
Yeah.
people. But the waves that would freak them out.
Well, waves are scary. I mean, I get it.
Waves are actually
Especially
one
if
of
you're a
the,
puppy.
like,
You're
very
just new
large
in the world.
waves.
You don't know anything.
There's not a lot of things that scare me more than like a tsunami style wave.
Oh, tsunamis are nuts. Are tsunamis not just in... The fact that those exist is insane.
Yeah, I used to have nightmares about tsunamis every night. Every night. I lived in when I lived in Santa Cruz, California. It's because I could hear the ocean wherever I lived.
love hearing the ocean falling asleep.
And when I was asleep, listening to the ocean in my dreams just turned into a tsunami nightmare.
Oh, that sucks.
That's what happened.
Oh.
No!
It's fine.
You made the calming sounds of the ocean an anxiety-inducing nightmare. Feel.
That's what my brain is really good at. It's really good at turning things that are great into anxiety.
Oh, one hand. Okay.
The ASMR
here's
reversal.
Here's the Fresh Prince song. Nice. The younglings never get old. I get it now. I'm just getting it. I'm just
She
seeing
just
it,
got it.
just reading it now. I'm like, love it.
It's because they dead. They
Because
dead.
they're dead and they're never gonna.
They're never
grow up.
gonna grow up.
Oh,
Yeah,
I like it. So morbid.
it's quite morbid.
Wrong. I love it.
Maybe that's why I like it. Morbid dad jokes.
ASMR reversal. Jesus.
That's my brain for you. It's good at anxiety. You need something to be afraid of, let me know.
Well, I mean, yeah, basically being chased, like, a tsunami is like the definition of being chased.
What now?
We're talking about tsunamis now.
Oh.
I mean,
okay,
when
if
I
you
have
get a warning,
scary,
all you can do is run the fuck away, or I guess go to a shelter. But holy shit.
when I have like nightmares, it's usually there is a wall of water. And
That's what
there's
she was saying.
nothing I can do about it, and I'm trying to get away from it.
There was,
but
like,
it
a
is
series-
just like it's just inevitable. You are gonna.
Do you not feel like there was like a number of movies in like the late like the 90s and 2000s that did like feature like those kind of like this is coming
Yes.
at you and it's just you're all gonna be washed away and people are gonna deal with like that knowledge. I mean, I know there was like also the terrible tsunamis that happened in like Thailand.
Yeah.
But yeah, wall of water. You kind of think like, well, maybe I could survive though. You're like,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you know, maybe though. Like, it'll just. I'm a good swimmer. Like, you know, I could like maybe hold my breath. Like, no, there's no way.
But see, that's the thing. That's what like, and I've had moments where I've actually been in the ocean and I've gotten a wave and it's pulled me under in a way
You can
where
feel
I'm just
that,
like,
moment
wow, this
of
is
undertow.
that moment of like,
just a,
oh
like the
shit.
tiniest bit of undertow.
Yeah.
It's like it can just be so
Yeah.
slight, but yeah.
Hold on 1 second.
Oh, I remember my dreams all the time.
Feel better?
Yeah.
Your dream you ever had involved some dead ghost girl? Oh, that sounds scary, Dragger. Dead ghost girl? Never remember my dreams when I wake up unless it's work related. Ollie Rage, I too don't remember my dreams very often. Sometimes the only things I can remember are how I feel about the dream. Like I'll wake up with sort of a vague sensation of what might have happened, but it's more the feeling of the dream that sticks around. I have also had lucid dreams, which is when you're actually dreaming and you know you're dreaming. And I have had those before where I've been in something and I'm like, wait a minute, this isn't real, this is a dream. And then I'll think to myself like, well, if this is a dream, then I can do whatever I want. And it's a very fleeting moment because I will eventually get to a place where I'm no longer lucid dreaming and like I'm just like back in the reality of the dream. But for a second there, I'm just like, well, I'll just fly. And then I won't be able to fly, and I'm like trying to swim through the air, and I'm like, well, why can't I do it? Why can't I do it? And then it's all of a sudden it's back to dream worlds, and I don't remember anything else. Ooh, I have never had this. I've only had sleep paralysis once, Ollie Rage, and I remember I could hear my alarm going off, and I'm like, it's time to wake up, Rebecca. Like you're sleeping and you need to wake up, and I could not open my eyes, and I eventually got to a point where I had to physically lift my hand to open my eyes to wake myself up. But that's the closest to sleep paralysis I ever had.
That's pretty close.
It's pretty close.
Yeah.
But usually you can't even lift your arms. Like you're just like, you're stuck in a state of like terror because you can't move.
I get night terrors.
Really? That sounds horrible.
It's like, it's basically sleep hallucinations. It's essentially what it is.
Do you ever have like sleepwalking or talking issues?
I used to. Like, my night terrors have gotten better recently because of therapy and shit. And also, like, I used to take Benadryl every night before I went to sleep, or Zyrtec, and that is like blood-brain barrier shit, which can cause night terrors, which I didn't know. But yeah, no, during the crazy parts of my night terrors, I would get up and like. One point I thought there were snakes in the bed, and so I got up and turned on the light. There were no snakes.
Wow.
But my boyfriend at the time was like, what? And I'm like, oh, there were snakes. And he's like, no.
I mean, I have definitely had, I've had a couple of instances of things that I have said that I must have been in a half-sleep state. I
talk in my sleep all the
There's
time.
So when I was in college, we did like this traveling tour thing with some friends of mine, and we were all sleeping, and a friend of mine came to wake me up, and like she's like, "Hey, Rebecca, it's like time to get up, like we gotta get on the road." And I shot out of bed, and I was just like, "I was told I could sleep in, you fucker!" And I like rolled back over. I don't remember any of this. Apparently they let me sleep in for another 20 minutes or so, and they woke me up, and like I was just like, when I woke up it was fine, and like Angela, my friend later, was just like, "Did you remember like calling me a fucker when I tried to wake you up?" And I was like, I don't remember that, and I feel really bad about that. Sorry.
Yeah.
But I also remember my dad used to sleep talk sometimes, like he'd take a nap, and like it was either me or my sister, but the story's been told in our family so often that I can't remember. I think it was my sister tried to wake him up, and he's like, "Tell him we're almost there." She's like, "What?" She's like, "Tell him we're almost there." She's like, "Almost where?" He's like, "We're almost to Troy's house." And she's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Doesn't remember anything.
No.
I've had full conversations
me
with Charlie when he is sleeping, and he's got his eye. He's like looking right at me, and he'll like talk to me about stuff.
That's the weirdest
and
part.
then he'll say something so nonsensical, and I'll be like,
"Oh, you're asleep."
Wait, what? What? And then he'll like kind of like do this thing where he's like, "I'm sorry, what were we talking about?" I'm like, "You were sleeping! You were looking at me and you were sleeping!" It's pretty great. I now troll him on that. Anytime I can kind of sense that he's like sort of sleeping, I'll be like, "Oh, so what about that movie? Wait, what?" You know, ask him questions and stuff, because it's very weird.
It's fucked
weird.
up because you don't know what you're saying and you have no control over what you're saying.
Well, I mean, but he's in a safe space. I don't remember half the stuff he says. I just tell him that he was fucking sleeping.
Good, because what if he says something that's
the only time that I got mad was when we were watching a show and we were like sitting next to each other and we were having a conversation about the show.
Yeah.
And then the next day we're like, let's watch the next episode, and he's like, I never saw any of this. And I was like, no, we watched it together. And he's like, no. And he made me watch the show again. I'm like, were you sleeping during the show? I was like, we actually talked about the show when we were watching it. And I had to watch it again. And I was mad because I wanted to see the next episode, but I had to watch the same episode again.
Yep.
And I got mad.
That's fine.
First world.
That's okay.
First world.
I used to, back when I had an abusive boyfriend, I would yell at him in my sleep. I would like fucking say you're a piece of shit, get out of here. Like, and my subconscious knew more than my conscious,
Yeah.
which was dumb.
Parksonian, you don't
Whatever.
don't have quite those dreams, but you have dreams when you're choking and you wake up and you can't swallow. That's terrifying.
Parksonian, will you please go get checked for sleep apnea?
Definitely do that. Definitely
Please.
do that. My dad, when he was having trouble sleeping, he went to the doctor. Like, it had been years. And he's like, you know what? I get up in the morning and I just don't ever feel rested. And so he finally went to a doctor about it. And they did a sleep test on him. He woke up 240 times at night. The doctor was like, I have never seen somebody with this severe sleep apnea for this long. Like, he's like, it's been years. So he got a CPAP machine, and he's just like, it's like night and day. He actually sleeps.
Right.
But like, it was years that he just constantly woke himself up, never got REM sleep, never got like restorative sleep, and it was just horribly
And
detrimental
that's very
to his health.
important. Yeah, it's like sleeping is like one of the most healthy things you can do.
I will say, the funniest things about the dreams that I do remember is usually when I have to go to the bathroom, and then I'm constantly looking for a bathroom.
Yeah.
And then I'm like terrified that I'm gonna like pee in my bed because I'm looking so hard for a bathroom, and then I wake up and I'm like, oh no, I just have to go to the bathroom.
It is.
And it's always like it's like a gross bathroom where there's no doors, and you're like, I don't want to go in here. And
Yeah,
any other place, or it's like just all these crowded people that they open the door while you're going, and you're like, what are you doing? I'm in the bathroom.
God, that happens so much.
So it's like, all
why
of
is that
brains.
our dream?
Our brains are the same.
Maybe it's because it's like a way that to keep yourself from.
Going to the bathroom? I don't know, but I still go.
Well, it actually
In my
feels
dream,
it feels
like-
more like yes.
I
Like
have
the
gone in
dream
my
will
dream,
make you
and then like
pee.
still felt like I had to go.
Luckily, I don't go in real life when I'm going in my dream. Because that's, I mean, I'm sure some people
People do that.
and
Oh,
that's-
absolutely.
It's very embarrassing, I'm sure. It's annoying because you have to wash all your sheets forever. But anyway, yeah, I talk in my sleep a lot.
I didn't realize I did
Yeah.
until recently, but
Did I talk to you in my
you
sleep?
did. Yeah, definitely. I mean, we like will room together a lot when we go travel for tournaments,
Yeah.
and I think we both realize that we both talk in our sleep.
We probably have full conversations without
But-
us waking up. And we don't know.
That was like
Shit!
a long time. I mean,
That
it feels
sucks!
like that was a long time ago. Probably like 2 years.
I'm a mortal belly hunter!
But
Sorry.
yeah, I do feel like I've heard you say some funny things.
Weird ass.
But me too. I mean, people say, I'm like, well, what did I say?
already
Did I mention somebody? Or
a one-handed game. So
You know,
somebody.
I always want people to be able to tell me what it is that I said. And a lot of times they are like, no, it's just more like gibberish.
Yeah.
Like you're not actually saying. full
Sometimes it doesn't
sentences.
make any sense.
I'm like, okay, because it's freaky. It is like you guys were saying. It's really freaky. The idea that you're like, what weird thing from my subconscious?
Lol, you know
could
a
I
lot about
be
this.
saying.
We're watching too much fiction.
Okay, I do watch a lot of fiction. I love fiction.
I don't
You love this conversation. Isla, do you ever talk in your sleep? That you know of?
Shit, I just started holding off.
I mean, my mom
Play
is
the shit
all
out of
about like, oh, if you can remember it, like write your dreams down. You know, like because your dreams are your brain processing.
I
So
should
it's
write
like-
them down more.
Like obviously anxiety dreams, if you're late for something, if you're trying to get somewhere and you can't get there, it's usually a reflection of anxiety in your life. But there's so much symbology, and you know, I'm kind of the type of person that like if you want, like like it's a way of your subconscious talking to you, so it's like almost in your own language. Like
during the
this makes sense to me because of this.
Specifically during the pandemic, and now I'm just remembering this now. I had a series of dreams that I've never had before. I wouldn't call it recurring so much as, well, it was as close to recurring as I get. But the theme was people breaking into my house.
Ooh,
like,
okay.
like
That's because of that one day.
coming home and the door being open and everything being gone, for example. And then, or just like, suddenly like, I have people over and they won't leave, and they keep inviting more people over, and then I find out like I'm like the possession of my safe
Like,
space
you don't
is
have-
suddenly not mine anymore, and it's just like people are just coming in and just completely violating that. And I just had like 3 or 4 dreams along those lines, because I remember looking it up, being like, what does this mean?
Yeah. I have a
It was
question.
pretty straightforward.
Has anybody ever had a dream about another person where when you woke up you felt like
the teeth.
that person was really there in the dream? Like maybe they might have had a dream about me at the same time.
Yes, all the time.
Wow, that's interesting. I've never
I
actually felt
have actually had like weird like situations where I've dreamt about somebody that I needed like closure, or I wanted to confront them about something, and I confronted about them, and I woke up and I was just like, they probably had a dream about me yelling at them, and it's done,
You
and
wish
I
that
don't
was
have to yell at them
No.
because I've
I
confronted them.
don't think that's how that works, but
Well,
okay.
But it was like, it felt so like, it felt like I was like they were there.
I don't know.
I don't know why sometimes it's like not doing nothing.
Crazy
You got. I've never seen this. She picked a mystery thing, and it's a frenzy multi-ball.
Oh,
That's
so
cool.
Lynn, you've had dreams about people that are dead. Do you
Well-
feel like they were possibly people that were, like they were their spirits visiting you from somewhere else? Or was it just your brain trying to process their passing or
No,
the
yeah.
lack of
So
it?
then I was literally just going to mention that I lost my father last summer. Not this past summer, but like this past week, I had a dream that I remembered waking up from, and he was in it, and it was this weird moment of being like, because it was a really realistic dream. A lot of times mine are, and I have to like be like, oh, okay, now this is real life. That never happened.
What is this mode?
It's frenzy. It's a frenzy mode. It's a frenzy.
Why is it saying Dave Ferris?
Because that's the name of the frenzy multi-ball.
Who's Dave Ferris?
I think it's probably like invalid.
Ferret.
It's like invalid frenzy, where it's
Dank
like
ferret. That sounds like
over and over again.
is there a weed strain called dank ferret? Because there should be.
Oh, man. Sorry.
this
Dank
is a-
ferret?
I mean,
Clearly a name of a weed.
Well, that was fine.
yeah, it's weird with my dad. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I have dreams where he is fully alive, and
Yep.
I'm like, huh. And I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, it obviously it sucks to like, but it's more of this like, huh, wait, that something seemed off there. Like what? Oh, that's right.
Right.
It's because like part of your brain knows that he's not
Not alive anymore,
around, but he's there, so you're like,
as
hey,
part of like
what's
the things
up?
that are making my narratives up and stuff like that.
But I
yeah,
kind
it's
of-
We haven't even
totally-
talked about deja vu, like deja
But
vu,
I-
feeling like you have been somewhere or you've experienced something, or I've had repetitive dreams before where I've been in the dream. I'm like, I've done all this. This is weird.
Yeah, that happens all the time to me. But I have dreams about my dead cats. It's just not the same.
No, I know,
But like I wake up thinking like, oh, I saw him again. Like
Yeah, like there's a part of your brain where it like,
oh, that was nice.
that was nice.
Yeah.
I dreamt it, but it did kind of feel like an experience.
Yeah, like no,
It's sad.
it's sad.
there
but
was
it's also like,
Ollie Rage. There's a theory that
He's
like
there.
deja vu is something that your higher self or like spirit guides or whatever put into your brain to tell, or put into your life to tell you that you're where you need to be when you need to be, like to reassure you that like, hey, you're exactly where you're supposed to be at the exact moment that you're there.
Interesting.
which is like kind of a nice little fruity way
that's
of
a nice
feeling
way
about
of-
a weird brain thing. And you're just like, what
It's
the
like
fuck?
otherwise I'm thinking anxiously about it.
Yeah, like why do I feel like I'm in a
Like, oh, God.
computer program, or
It's a
maybe I'm in the
simulation.
Matrix and I'm plugged into something and I'm a battery. Which I also get a lot of reassurance when I hear about people that are just like, why would computers use humans and batteries? There's way better like sources of energy than humans, and that's stupid. Which is fascinating as well.
No, that's true. That's absolutely true. If we were good batteries, we wouldn't have ruined the earth to keep ourselves alive.
First couple of years, my dad dreams were a bummer, but then I started thinking they were nice.
Yeah, sparks at the end. Ugh. I remember I had a dream once where it was really real. My dad was in it. He's still alive. My dad is still alive, but we were like part of the collective, and we're like, yeah, we know we can go to each other's dreams and just hang out. And we're all part of the collective.
Interesting.
And it's like only
all
some
your
people
brains
are in that,
connected?
and it's like no, but we can hang out in the collective
Have you
here.
ever talked to your dad about whether he's had this?
No, I have not. He would. I don't. I guess I could. Yeah, he'd be okay with me asking him about it.
I'm telling you, I have absolutely. I'm telling you, I've had absolutely 100% a dream where somebody's in the dream and I'm just like, whatever, this is a dream, and I wake up and I barely remember it. And then I've had ones of a dream where I'm just like, I just know the other person had a dream about me and I yelled at them in their dream and I was yelling at them in my dream. And I don't have to say anything to them because they just know. And it's illogical, but
Yeah, because there's no science behind
there's
that. at all.
no, unless I actually called the person and was like, hey, did you dream about me last night? Did I yell at you? Okay. No. I'll never have confirmation of it. But it was so like viscerally like, I know. I just know that they, whether they on a conscious level know it, they know.
Next time I think
crazy.
Rebecca's like simmering, holding something back that she was mad at me about.
Hey, did you have a dream?
Did you ever dream about me?
The next time I see
Oh.
her, I'm gonna be like, oh.
This is a
I had
new
this dream
LaCroix
that
flavor.
I
I've never
totally
tried it. It
yelling
tastes
at.
like a sweetheart.
How can you know? It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome.
Yep. I will have to ask my dad about this collective thing. Though.
The collective thing is cool.
See if we're in
Sounds
the
like a cool
collective.
thing.
He knows about the collective.
If he knows about the collective, then
He's just waiting for
this
you
is
to write.
scientific proof. You guys, you're hearing it first on Hot Nudge here. There's
Dreams are compensating for experiences that's good for you, that are being your mind or your body, experiences you didn't have or got.
that's nice.
Definitely.
That would be
Yeah.
nice, but also not always. But yeah.
I feel like just dreams themselves are a way of your brain processing things. Whether that is processing grief, processing anxiety, processing...
It's part of the processing
It's-
process.
It's part of the processing process, yeah.
My therapist says that some people think that dreams are happening all day long. All day long, but you're just conscious, so it's just happening in the background that you don't ever pay attention to. But when you sleep, that consciousness goes away, and so that's the dreams that come out.
That's cool.
It's just like a background, like, process of, like, imagination. essentially.
God damn it.
The one most insane dream that I remember that was so like, okay, not to get all Joe Rogan because fuck that guy.
Yikes.
But no, because he's all in the DMT and all that shit.
Oh, I don't know anything.
I had a dream where I was being like held up by gunpoint
Uh-huh.
and I got shot.
Oh, that happens to me all the time.
I got shot.
That's the dream I've had.
And I like, everything went black, and then I suddenly was like floating through space.
Nice.
Like just like afterlife space. Like
Yeah.
I was going through some sort of wormhole, and then I woke up, and it felt so fucking real that I was just like, what if that was like a past life memory? If you believe in that kind of shit, like it would just it just felt so real that like it was different than other dreams that I've had. That I've also had an issue, like, you know, where I've died or I've gotten hurt, and it's different.
let me tell you about my getting shot in the head dreams, just real quick.
Okay.
I've had a dream where I've had multiple dreams where I've been shot in the head, and then I've been like, nothing goes blank, and I don't die. I'm just like, I've been shot in the head, and I need help, and like no one is helping me, and I'm like,
hello. I'm gonna die.
I'm dying. I've been shot in the head here. Can I get some help? And they're like, you're fine.
One of the most terrifying dreams I've ever had was I was beheaded somehow. But
interesting. I've never had a beheaded
I
dream.
wasn't dead, but I realized I didn't have a body. My body was not attached to me anymore.
Yeah.
And that I was not going to be able to survive like that. So like that moment of like, oh yeah, you're dead. But it was terrifying. Just being like, oh, you're completely helpless. Death is coming for you now.
That was scary.
It was scary. It was both like, well, there was like a weird like, wait, this is absurd. This isn't supposed to be how this works. I'm supposed to already be dead. I'm not supposed to be aware of the fact.
No, when you get your head cut off, you're aware.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was like someone maybe told me that, and so then I actually dreamt about what it would be like to experience that, and it sucked. I hated it. It was awful. It felt like almost probably like I imagine people who do have sleep paralysis feel. Like trapped in this state of being like, oh my gosh. Like it probably does feel like you're just to have no.
I have a feeling
agency is
though that
gone
when that actually happens though, like your brain is like, you're cool. Everything's gonna be okay.
I was very confusing. I was like cycling through like, how can I fix this? Like, is this fixable? Can they fix me? I'm still alive. I'm still thinking. I still have thoughts. Maybe they can fix it.
Yeah.
No. That's not ever really happened.
Embrace the void. What the heck have you all been eating before you go to sleep? Have these dreams?
Foods.
Anything and everything, really.
I have to say that for anyone who partakes in the THC substances, they make your dreams weird.
They do make your dreams
They do make your dreams weird before you go to bed. And if you want weird dreams, that's great.
Lots of things will make your dreams weird. Yes.
But I mean,
I've
that's
taken lots of
definitely
those
one of
things.
them. I've had a
just
similar dream where I jumped off a third-story balcony of my family's beach house. I didn't wake up when I hit the ground. The dream continued as I lay there. Yeah, okay. Whew.
Yeah, I mean, like they say, you're like,
You're
never
just
supposed
like-
to dream of your death, but you can dream of being in a situation where you realize you're basically dead. And that's awful.
I mean, but that's okay.
What?
That can happen. Like, maybe this is just your dream body or your dream mind is like, listen, this might happen to you, and it's okay. It's okay. Like, you might realize you're gonna die. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of people who say this, that like when you actually are about to die, your brain like shuts off in a way that makes you feel like
right. Like it releases all these different chemicals.
Right. So like that fear isn't like, that's not gonna happen.
You know.
Right.
Sure.
Like, and that's just like an anxiety you have about death. But that's, I don't know. I think about death.
Yeah.
We're getting deep here.
I'm a worst case scenario kind of girl. I always like to, put myself mentally through the absolute worst shit, like as though somehow
but
that's
why is
going
that
to
helpful?
make it better.
Right, I did that too. I know what you're saying.
It still sucks when the thing you're worried about happens, but somehow I feel like if I practice for it,
Right.
it'll be easier.
Yeah.
When the bad thing happens.
Yeah.
There
But
might
will
be
it?
truth to
But it might be a little. I mean, sometimes. I mean, that's why your brain does that. Like, that's why you like. That's why fear exists. Like, you want to like prepare yourself for like shit that's bad for you.
So you don't just completely
So you don't just
freeze
like.
and,
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway.
Hey,
This is crazy.
Mandalorian.
We're playing
Very
Mandalorian.
super cute, right? He's like a little baby Yoda. You just want to squeeze him. Yeah, so
sorry.
I almost got to. No, I didn't. I was like 2 modes away from more.
Did great. This last game.
Honestly, getting me through these mini wizard modes is not terribly difficult. I would say the Razor Crest one's maybe the easiest, but if you stack them always with the modes, that encounter one I really want to get to what's the name of the like wizard mode once you get, it's the thing in the middle, whatever that.
I like those odds.
What's
I like
it say?
those odds.
I like those odds.
Is the middle one?
Yeah, the yellow one.
No.
The middle one, the
very
white one.
middleest one.
The white middle one.
I like, there's precious cargo. I like those odds, and you have what I want.
And what's the one in between all of those?
This is the way.
This is the
No,
way.
this is the way.
I want to get to the way. I thought that was what it was, but I didn't want to. This is the way.
What are us drinking? You're drinking Bodum, I'm drinking a bubbly. I had gay IPA earlier, and it's called gay IPA. I'm not just saying a slur. Okay. The gay IPA.
Mars Brewing.
It's great.
A great brewery.
It's
here
a
in
great
Chicago.
beer, so I
It's
highly
delicious.
recommend it.
It's very, very good. And it's adorable packaging. All of Mars Brewing is amazing packaging. I'm not just saying that because I happen to know the designer, but they're amazing packaging.
I mean, it's happy IPA, sure, but that does have dicks on it in the rainbow. So there's some sort of, it's a gay pride situation.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I bought a 12-pack of the little baby. So usually these are in the 16 ounce.
Yeah, those are good.
But,
I like the small
I like the small ones too.
Yeah. It's too much.
I bought them when I had you guys all over the other weekend, but nobody drank them.
Well, you didn't tell us about
Everybody had brought their own stuff. So
Well, we
that's
did
what
that. We always do that. We have to make sure.
Oh, look at him go. Oh, we got it.
Look at him go. He got the ball. He wanted it.
She's playing a very controlled multi-ball right now. She got her ball.
I guess I will, of course, watch the future seasons of The Mandalorian. I will. I might be one of the only people that doesn't really like the show. I don't really like the show.
You don't like the show?
I liked like the first couple of episodes the most, and then it's just not my thing. But also, beyond, I'm not gonna get into it.
You
However,
should get into it, and we should watch it again.
However,
Because I feel like
I love this show.
It's a great fucking show.
I know. I mean, he's a baby. He's 50 years old. Or he's a
he's
baby.
a 40-year-old baby.
40-year-old baby,
Just like me.
Sure. Sure. But I didn't like that he ate those eggs. Why did he have to eat all those eggs? Why did they make him eat those fucking
They're
eggs?
delicious.
He's a villain. He's a villain.
I mean,
We were trying to save that poor woman and her
No.
offspring.
It's because he's a baby and he doesn't know
And
any
nobody
better.
seems to
He just
care
knows
about the
he's
fact that
hungry.
Why did
And
they?
that's his
But
nature.
why did they have to put that in? Why did I have to see
adorable.
that? It's not cute that the baby's eating other babies.
it's not a baby,
gross.
it's an egg.
Yeah, it's about to be a baby.
It could be.
You tell that to the frog lady how she feels.
The frog lady was
she
fine
lost
with it.
She was
LaCroix.
not. She
The
was
frog
not
lady was
fine.
like, I have enough babies.
She was not fine.
That was her last baby chance.
My goodness, I
But-
just hated that part. I was like, why would
That
you
was a
do
fucked
that?
up part.
Why would you make it
With
do
a
that?
little baby. But he's so funny.
Like, yes, he did some like goofy stuff. He'll steal some things here and there and fine.
That was just one episode. That doesn't make
I-
you watch this, like, fucking hate the whole thing.
No, there's other reasons why I don't like the show, but I just wanted to bring that one up in case anybody else had feelings about it. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. So the show, like that episode in particular, he like kind of kept looking at him, and I thought that he was looking at him like he had some secret. I thought maybe he was like, I know how to save these babies. I can like keep them in my stomach and then regurgitate them later because they're constantly in peril.
he's a dumb baby.
He just murdered them.
He's just
with
a dumb
his
baby.
mouth.
He's a dumb baby.
He's a dumb baby.
He just thought they tasted
So everybody's
good.
Team Grogu, I guess.
Heck yeah, they are! Cute ass dumb baby! Alright, this is you. You're on one hand again.
Okay.
Jane's still warm.
Oh, that was close. I see what happened.
I think
No, I don't-
it
I've
was
gotten
lightly treated, and it made me uncomfortable. I will give Jane that.
Thank you.
It made me uncomfortable.
I thought it was more, it was like, and this is the wrong word for it, but it's humanizing. It's like, it's also just, he's an animal. He thought something was good, he wants to eat it. It's not
It's
this,
dehumanizing. He's like a little animal. He's a little baby animal.
Yeah.
Anyway, fine. I guess I might forgive him, but.
But if you remember, what's his name? Yoda.
Nudge it.
Yoda was kind of a weird little dude.
Well, what do you guys think? You want to play one more game?
Oh God, have we been playing for a long time?
I don't know.
No, we've only been like 2 hours.
We haven't played very much.
Okay.
but-
We're playing 1 more hour.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know. I just thought it was a surprising choice for Disney to make on the Disney Plus network that Grogu's eating the children.
They
and
weren't
fighting
actual
to
babies,
survive.
though. They were eggs.
And
we
human
all
beings
eat eggs.
They were babe. They weren't fertilized yet. Were they fertilized? I don't remember.
know.
But it doesn't matter because humans do eat fertilized eggs too. Like, I remember when.
That's not the point. This was an actual character who had dressed in a dress. She's supposed to be. These are her children. Like she is like, I must get to my husband with my unfertilized eggs. Who cares? She wanted to be a mother, and she lost those.
But see, I thought that was
her chance.
I thought it was an
Systematically
opportunity
Took them, put them in his mouth. and
because he didn't
digested
know
them.
any better because they were just tasty.
He was told not to.
But he was a child. He was a
Player
child.
three. Player 3.
Just put it on.
Is a child.
He's a child. And that plays off the idea of like kids do stupid shit. Have you ever watched Sweet Tooth? They do stupid shit all the time.
Tiny babies.
I mean, there are so many instances in that show where he's just like, don't go anywhere, you could die. And he's just like,
I know, but he's just
Mama!
so cute. He's just a little
because
guy.
he's just a kid. He's just a stupid kid, and kids do stupid shit.
He's a dumb child.
He's a dumb child.
It's right.
Exactly right.
Maybe
He's
he'll be a
dumb.
That's
He's a
right,
dumb
Mr.
kid.
Wombat. But he's a cute, dumb baby.
I need him to do something to make me like him. Just because he's a
Grogu?
doesn't make me like him.
Just because he's cute, it doesn't make you like him?
No, he's got
That's
a personality.
bullshit, and you need to get with it. That makes me angry.
I don't just like all
That makes
cats,
me
all dogs,
enraged.
Woo!
all children.
She's mad.
That's not children.
She's mad.
Cute things are likable. Just like the cute thing. Like it.
Push that start button. Think about it.
Mr. Wombat agrees. Mr. Wombat agrees. I do not.
But he also still agrees with Jane.
Hey, funny how that works.
You can agree with us both. With
No, Nip Pinball Pearl. I already know I love those cats because I've seen photographs of them in adorable situations.
You don't know their personality. What if they eat eggs?
Yeah, I guess if they like eat eggs,
I mean,
and, like, piss
I
all
am-
over the floor. Do they?
Do
piss
you
all
like
over
cats?
The floor?
Do you like cats?
Yes.
Do you
But
know
I don't
how
love
many
all
times cats will
cats.
like? Okay, I had a cat that would grab mice that were super cute, like little baby mice,
yeah,
and
yeah.
just play with them to death.
Oh, you know I
Because
am.
that's the nature of a cat, wants to eat
Yeah,
a
that's
mouse.
fine. That's fine. I'm fine with that.
But how is that different? It's the nature of a cat. It's the
You're right.
nature of a
Cats are
Grogu.
dumb and they do dumb things.
They do dumb things. They're like, oh, this is
But I don't
tasty
have to
and
like
fun.
it. I don't have to like it. I don't like to. I don't have to like.
Well, I didn't like that
a
he ate
cat
the
that like
eggs.
pisses and shits all over the floor. That's not cute to me anymore.
I didn't like that he ate the eggs because I wanted her to succeed. But I understood why he ate the eggs, and it just added extra tension to the whole show. Like,
Well, you're saying
Grogu,
it
stop doing that.
I don't think he even got caught. That's my. There was no repercussions. No repercussions. No.
Aw, thanks for that resub. Mojinks.
Mush. No. Mush. Joined us.
Mushults.
They joined us on Friday. I remember.
Thanks for the sub, Mojults.
Yeah. No,
Sorry if I said
Arthur. I have a healthy respect for cats. I don't just assume they're all cute, adorable, perfect beings.
It was treated like Beaver Cleaver
Oh, like,
knocking over
oh
a flower
shucks,
pot.
you crazy kid. Like, no. They should have. He needed to be punished for that. Discipline is how you raise a child. Well, I know. I have
Discipline is
zero
not
child.
baby.
I have no child.
He's a baby.
He can walk and he can raise things with his mind. He needs to understand consequences. Okay.
Oh, Lord. What are the... Okay. She's the law over here. Jane is the law.
This is the best opinion I've had ever on this show. So getting it
Best
going.
opinion. It's the worst opinion.
Best opinion I've ever had. Spare the rod, spoil the Yoda. Yep.
What?
Spare the rod, spoil the Yoda. You gotta punish bad behavior. Or
With what? With a
I don't
rod?
know. No, don't beat him.
She's
But, you
being
know,
a joke. She's
her
not actually
science.
saying she wants Grogu to be beaten.
but
What's
he needs
the
to,
punishment?
he needs to
Spare
understand
the rod,
that.
spoil the child is an actual
Yeah,
phrase.
spare the rod, spoil the child.
Okay,
That's
well,
real.
that's-
What is this hot dog cross thing happening?
I don't know. It's a hot dog cross.
That's cool.
That's cool. Oh, Canadian bacon. And
no.
Malort. No, Malort's gross. Everyone can agree with that. Hit him with a stick. Some spark soda. Beat the Grogu. See what you've started.
Not what I'm saying.
This is. Never will I beat a Grogu. So cute.
Well, I guess we'll just find out what happens to an undisciplined Grogu in the next season.
Hopefully he goes to the dark side because that would be.
I
Well,
think
here's
so.
the-
That's all I'm saying.
We're all not talking about the actual inevitable. The fact that Luke picks Grogu up and then literally Grogu has not been talked about in any of the Rey. That means Grogu's dead. Grogu's dead.
Maybe he just went off
Like,
world
bro,
or
like-
something. What are you talking about?
That is a big leap.
Maybe, but
That's
there's
a
also
big
literally
leap.
no talks about Grogu.
That's
being
because the movies
anything.
hadn't been made.
Yeah,
No,
but
they can work
but-
around that.
They gotta work around that. That's not why. Like that's they're like, oh, we're
But
gonna
you're
have this
saying
thing. We're gonna
that
call
like
him dead.
as a.
I'm
as
still
a,
sad
like,
that Nick
it's
Pembroke
canon.
told me that her cats don't
Canon
like
right now is that Grogu is insignificant when it
That
comes
hurt.
to
I love
the
that.
latest
Well,
fights. So what does
don't
that
discipline
mean?
them. When they eat the egg, don't discipline them. Okay, I'm sorry. I wasn't listening to what Rebecca
No,
said.
I was just saying that Grogu is insignificant in the fight against the Dark Sith
Yes,
in the
That's correct.
upcoming things that we've already seen. So what does that mean?
I haven't done my
that
research.
means there's other
but
things
Or
happening.
that means that he's dead.
Death
No.
Dream- it turns
Does that
out we
mean
started
that
with
Ben
Death
Solo
Dreams,
killed
yeah.
Grogu?
No.
Was he there with all the children? I mean,
Oh, maybe he was
Anakin
there with all the
killed
children.
all of the young Jedis, and then Ben Solo kills all the other young Jedis.
Oh, he didn't kill
Yes.
Grogu though,
Why not? Why is that?
because Grogu's the cutest. Okay.
So little
the
kids
cutest.
are okay, but Grogu is like he survived. Why
He
is
survived somehow.
Maybe.
Let me have my hope. Okay, on this
Sorry about that.
story thing.
I'm like sitting there waiting.
I mean, he is a fictional character. He is a fucking rubber puppet.
Oh! Now we
I love Grogu, but he is a rubber puppet.
Jesus.
He's not real.
This is rough stuff tonight, you guys. I don't like this at all. Buck Rogers lived for 500 years and he didn't mature.
We never see Grogu and Snoke in the same place at the same time.
Oh, maybe Grogu is Snoke. Ooh, that's cool. No, that's not true. Because they kill Snoke, don't they?
They do kill Snoke.
Thank you for that, Frisco High. Expo High. Yes, let's get on a different topic. Expo Hype. Not how Grogu needs to be punished. Okay.
Or that he might be dead because Ben Solo
Or
might
he's
have
dead.
killed him.
He's either punishable or dead. What a rude
Maybe
situation.
he's hidden somewhere. Maybe he is hidden somewhere.
He's hiding. He's always hiding. Maybe. Okay, whatever. 27 days.
Frisco, we're talking about Grogu from The Mandalorian. And we got some hot takes.
It's a hot take.
Jane has some hot takes about how Grogu has been disciplined and how he needs to be treated. He needs to
to be
learn
punished.
the importance of life. I was saying that since we saw The Force Awakens and all these other movies that supposedly came out after Grogu's existence, he either clearly isn't important enough to be in them, or he's dead.
She thinks he's dead.
I think he's a fucking mini Yoda. Like, he should be important and he's either in them or
Fucking
he's not.
Yoda hid in a swamp. No one knew about him.
Maybe.
He could be hiding in a swamp. Listen.
Maybe, but I also am continuing this conversation because it's really making her upset.
It's making me mad.
Kind of
I am mad. I'm mad about it.
I also like to stir shit.
See? It's fun.
We're the same. We're the same.
Oh, Frisco just watched Malignant.
Frisco is recommending Malignant.
Malignant.
Jane was on the no Malignant train.
Okay, you guys are gonna have to have a conversation about Malignant because Jane was like, nah, did not like it. Allow. If he's a dumb baby at 50 years old, he's probably still a dumb baby 15 years later in episode 7 or whatever. I mean, that's a good point. Parksonian, he's probably, I mean, not as much of a baby, maybe. Maybe he's like a toddler. He's a dumb toddler. Well, I guess he can already walk, so maybe not.
He can walk and he can find food for himself. Like, he gets the bone broth and he just, like, shows up places. He's not, like...
He gets the bone broth and shows up places. This is his whole
He
act.
can feed himself.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm excited. I'm excited to see where Grogu goes and how he evolves. One of the things that I liked about this new Star Wars trilogy or whatever is that they tried to like say like the dark side is like it's like in everything and everyone. Like stop trying to like force everyone to be either a Jedi or a Sith, but you need to fucking learn about both sides, because otherwise you're just gonna be an extremist of some sort. And maybe that's why he ate the eggs, because he just wanted to eat some eggs and he wasn't on a dark side.
He was told not to and he disobeyed. And he was
Well, I disobey things.
There should be consequences.
No, there shouldn't. Why? Why is there a rule that sucks? Alright, anyway. Am I enjoying my AIQ? Oh, you added a ton of mods to yours? That's awesome, Frisco. I love my AIQ. I play it every day. I'm still very bad at it. It's very hard. I keep like stepping up to it and like trying to do like a different strategy on it, and I'm just like, nope, that didn't work. Though I did find out that when you like go through all the gems with the gem, you go through all the gem modes. Like if you fail the soul gem and you go through all the gem modes, they don't reappear. You just have to like get the Avengers again, and in order to try and get the soul gem again, you have Thanos. The game is long, the game is complicated, and it's hard, but it's interesting, and I like to play it. The Darth Bane books, and there was some good characterization of Sith stuff beyond just mustache twirling evil. That's good, Parksonian. No, I've not read any of the books at all. Then there are some Jedi who are like overzealous paladins. Yeah, exactly. Like, not every, there's the good and evil thing is like, it's not a real thing. It's just my occult view, as someone, Broccoli Plan says. I don't know if I believe in good and evil.
Yes, finally you got it. That's all I want.
Okay.
But it took me a long time to say that.
There's a lot of nuance with good and evil, because things that you think this is touched upon in the show Good Place.
Ooh, I love that.
Things that you think you're doing that are good, but that you're not realizing that they're evil. Like, oh, I bought an apple at the farmer's market, not realizing that the apple was picked by somebody that wasn't paid a fair wage, and then packaged in a piece of plastic that will stay in a landfill or will choke its seals one day.
Yeah. Yep. So that's just anyway.
But the reason why you
really
don't
deep
want to
tonight.
say I don't want to believe in good or evil is because most people that say that do evil things because they don't believe that there's anything considered good. So what's the point? Like if you don't think anything's good and you don't think anything's evil, then you can do anything because
That's
there
right.
is no good and evil.
That's right.
Which is
There
terrifying.
are some. I mean, for me, as a person,
This is very deep.
We're
We
getting
talked
deep.
about dreams. We talked about Avengers for like a hot second. I don't know. Grogu disciplining a fictional baby. We're in the grand scheme. Are we chaotic neutral? No, we're chaotic. Like like there's like the
right? Well, that's
lawful
the thing is all that
good,
stuff is irrelevant
unlawful.
because evil people don't think they're evil,
or they do, and
and good
just don't
people
care.
do think they're evil, or they, and some people who are evil think they're good.
It's true. It's true. There are evil people that think they're doing that, like the ends justify the means.
Right, and everyone thinks that. And so, what is the evil means, and what are the good means? And that's your own thing that you have to figure out. Your own conscious and mind. Hello. I'm gonna go play football. This is too much. This is my turn.
And also,
You were definitely player one.
also believes no one should be disciplined. I mean, I get it. The punitive system is complicated, but
Okay, that's a whole other.
So, do you believe in the purge?
No.
And if you don't think anything's bad or good, what's the point of saying no to the purge? So you do believe that there's something that's bad.
Well, no, you can just inherently think that it's better for you to exist in a world that other people exist in for, like, society and civilization. Not actually care whether or not they live or die. It's true. You might not want to, like, physically murder someone.
Right. But
why would
even
you?
if you don't
What's
want to
the
murder
point?
somebody, if you don't think
What's the
murdering
end of
somebody
that?
is bad, then who cares if someone's murdered? I'm not saying
Who
that.
cares? Well, I believe in those things sometimes.
I think life
I do
is
too.
nice. I don't want
And
to
it
deprive
doesn't.
anyone of it.
Do you think life is good?
Yeah, it's nice. It's a cool thing to be a part of.
So you do believe in good?
Nah, I just like it.
Okay. There's always someone planning the next one.
The next civilization?
Yeah, it's true. And
You might not need to.
the adage
So
of
much
like
punishment.
history is written by the winners. So
Yeah.
we only have like a certain like the way that we know the world
Of course.
might not be the way the world actually was because
Eat
it's
that.
only the people.
Oh,
It depends on
I
how
did
the
it.
story is told.
I have to pee.
Okay.
Okay.
So, who saw *Malignant* and wants to talk about it?
Frisco said that they saw *Malignant* and that it was a trip.
It was a trip. It was a trip.
Yeah.
It was a. It was a. It was something. It was something. I don't think I would go on that trip again, or recommend it to anyone else. But I want to know what was like good about it. Like, I want to hear some redeeming qualities. I really do. I'm very opinionated when it comes to most things, let's just say, but movies and shows particularly. And I'm more interested in hearing what other people like about a thing. I didn't have a ton of expectations. I did think it was going to be a little bit more in like the the line of Insidious or The Conjuring, and maybe that's just because they think they like name drop those during the trailer. Like maybe there's similar people involved.
How's it going?
I'm just talking to myself about my feelings about Malignant.
Okay.
Hoping someone has an opinion.
Frisco has opinion.
I know, but okay.
And so does Mr. Wombat.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Wombat, they both liked it. I want to talk about that.
I want to know if they watched it at home or if they saw it in a theater.
Oh, can you watch it at home?
Yes.
I talk to myself all the time, so I hope there's nothing wrong with it. Unfortunately, sometimes I talk to myself while my husband is home, and he's like, "What?" And I was like, "Don't worry about it.
I do that.
Don't worry about that."
Sometimes that's how you have to like suss out what you need to do on something.
Oh, in Zork, if you talk to yourself, something bad happens? I don't remember that. Do you know what Zork is?
No. What's Zork? Who's Zork? Huh?
Zork is a video game. Hi, Mr. Wombat. Thank you. Yeah.
Text-based, right?
It's text-based video game.
RPG? Yeah, I remember.
Where, it's a text-based adventure game, and it's, basically you type commands in, and it, like, tells you, like, what happens when you do certain thing. You've never played any game like that?
I'm not a huge fan of those kinds of games, so.
But you haven't played it, so you don't know. And, like, it's like a choose-your-own-adventure type of...
I kind of don't like role-playing games. I don't like RPGs. No.
Well,
It's
more just like
not-
you're you, and then you're like, look to the left, pick up stick,
Yeah.
do the thing. But it's just a precursor to modern
Yeah.
actual graphic-based games.
Yeah.
It's all just story and then like decision tree stuff.
It's
awesome.
Yeah.
interactive narrative, which is I took a class on interactive narrative in grad school, so.
So
Push up your
she's
glasses
an
when you
expert. She's an expert.
I also wrote a text-based adventure game.
That's awesome.
You need a PhD in text-based adventure games.
But yeah, Zork is, talking to yourself is it? That's right, in Zork, that's right. I do remember that quote.
Rebecca, in the before times, there were no graphics in games.
That's correct. Me and Jane know.
We're like the same age.
We're the same age.
Yeah,
Me
but
and Jane
you
were the same age.
You guess you didn't have
You
a
were
computer.
only slightly older than me.
Maybe you didn't have a computer in those times.
I was very much.
I had a computer before there was a graphical
I
interface.
did not have a computer, but my friend had a computer, and we used to play Seven Kiss.
Yeah, that's graphical interface.
Right.
Did you load it up with like Windows or something?
I think it was DOS. But
Okay, well that's not graphical, but anyway. Text-based online games. That's
I did too.
like MMO. What was it? Moo,
Yeah.
Moos, and
MUD, Muds.
Muds.
Yeah.
Muds.
Yeah,
Multi-user
No, I wasn't.
Multi-user
I didn't.
dungeon.
yeah,
It was awesome.
yeah. That was
You
like
guys are such
Such
geeks.
nerds.
I love it.
Such a nerd. I love it.
Such nerds.
So proud of it.
first computer. Oh, you had an Apple. You were like an Apple person. My friend down the street was an Apple person. I had the DOS. I had the PC system, but they had the Apple, and I was like, ooh, look at all these graphics.
Fancy.
Sloth Mud. Okay, I don't remember which Mud I played at all. You had a 98? Nice. I had a 98 PC for a long time, but I was already in college by that point.
I think we definitely had a Windows 95.
Yeah. I had a DOS. I had a DOS when I was in.
We did not have a DOS.
We had a DOS.
But we did have I think we did have like a Windows 95, which I
Yeah.
think is like the.
Yeah, I had the before. I had before graphical interfaces is the computer I had, and I had a telnet to stuff, and like
And we also used to, let's see, I think probably the Windows 98 that we had a game on it that was like, oh fuck, what was that called? Like obviously there was like the chess game and the Minesweeper and all that stuff, but there was one that was
the
like
one with the lines?
It was like
Hey, Virtualine! Virtualine! Welcome.
And he's like a little like spaceman.
Huh.
It's like a cosmic ranger or something.
Okay.
It was very basic, but also really hard.
Did you guys ever have a Microsoft Bob?
How many?
That was my first graphical interface, like, wannabe thing. Microsoft Bob.
I don't remember.
It was like before Windows. I believe it was before Windows. Maybe it was like, but like it was just like a living room, and like you would like go to like different things, and like there was a dog involved.
Okay.
This is a very
dog?
old memory, but like there was like you would click on like a typewriter, and then you could like write papers or whatever. Anyway, I'll look it up. I'll figure it out. I'll look it up. Microsoft Bob.
I'm feeling snacky.
Virtualine, pronouns.
I should have brought snacks.
Our pronouns, my pronouns are she, her.
I'm good, green shirt.
What are your pronouns?
She, her.
Okay. She, her. Yeah, I think Jane's are she, her,
they
too.
or them, I don't care.
I'll also respect that. As a kid that didn't grow up, okay, could not get the computer to come back. Yeah, my uncle was, he worked at NASA and he worked on the Cray computer, which is like one of the first supercomputers, and that's the reason we had
Your
a
uncle
computer.
worked at NASA?
Yeah.
That's cool.
And I got to go there when I was a kid, and I think that's why I had a computer when I was so young, and that's why I became a computer engineer probably.
That's
Interesting
cool.
to think about.
That's super cool.
Even though at the time I was like, I don't care.
Yeah, of course. My uncle worked for Chrysler. He was an executive at Chrysler.
Oh, that's cool.
This is Precious Cargo.
Precious Cargo.
So which one is this one?
This
Yellow?
is the red ones. No, this is
it's
the green.
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 See the fur over the Windows pinball? What's Windows pinball?
Oh yeah, Windows Pinball. I've heard of that. I never played it when it was on Windows.
Yeah, we're definitely a pinball girl squad over here. Hana, baby.
Pinball Girl Squad. Pinball Women's Squad.
Yeah, Arthur, that was forever ago. Space Cadet? Yeah, that's the Windows pinball. Why? What's going on with that? Yay! Virtualine is a pinball girl too. Welcome. Join our Discord. We can talk pinball girl stuff.
We can. We can. And we shall, and we do. It's all filled with cats.
And there's a lot of cats going on. It's very true. Have you tried to break it? Okay. So you guys are trying to break into NASA and okay.
Who's trying to break into NASA?
I don't know. Some hackers on this thing.
No, come on.
But yeah, no, I didn't have to break in. I was a child and I got to go to NASA.
Is that a movie, Arthur? Is that like a Matthew Broderick movie? Something?
like War Games?
Yeah. I don't know.
Have you seen War Games?
No, it's strong.
That's
It's
very
small.
strong.
It's like less than a pea-size amount. It's so strong.
Would you like to play a game?
I like to play a game.
You've never seen War Games?
Like from a million years ago.
It's a very. I mean, if
It's
you're
not my visceral like go-to movie that I think of.
no, but it's
from
like
my childhood.
it's a movie that computer nerds are constantly referenced. So, just if you wanted to be.
I mean, you guys are computer nerds. Clearly. Anytime I have to make a computer decision, I'm like, Anna, what do I do?
No, you don't.
Whenever we have to make a stream decision, I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing. Anna?
Yeah, but you do know. You just don't want to know. You could know.
I just don't trust my knowledge.
And that's fine. Like, a lot of people don't, but you do have more knowledge than a lot of people, so don't second guess yourself. You're not going to blow up the computer. Just try something.
You were in high school when that came out? It wasn't a million years ago?
Arthur Pendragon, you were in high school a million years ago is what we're saying. Just kidding. No. I think it wasn't. I was probably in high school when it came out. But that was a million years ago.
Was the 80s. You weren't in high school.
Okay, no. I was in elementary school.
Keep it steady, here we go.
Yes, Jane gives the table
Jane
the business.
is always giving business to these tables. She's very good at that.
Von Craft, you get 2 warnings before it tilts you. And the good players know how to leverage those warnings to extend their ball time as much as possible, which we've literally just seen in her getting 2 warnings without a tilt and extending the amount of play that she gets of that ball. That's a very popular misnomer with newbie pinball players, is they think moving the game is illegal.
She's getting a best car right now.
Not necessarily, because the game will punish you if you move it too far.
Yes.
But part of our stream is that in our earlier games, we kind of get a feel for the game. Usually in a tournament, you have to assume that the tilt's going to be relatively tight. And you have to pay attention to other people. If they tilt on a move, you're like, okay, I know how sensitive it is based on how big of a move the person did to tilt. But you'll never know until you danger it.
Yeah. Damn it, I didn't see what she chose. What? Oh, it's like a hurry up?
No.
Oh,
it's that thing in the in lane. It's like the...
Oh, the scope thing?
Yeah.
That's not a hurry up, though?
It is. It is.
Oh, okay.
And it, unfortunately, it like locks you out of the shot I wanted, which was my most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's the Mandalorian version of Winter is Coming.
God damn it! Sorry. I'm a little bit angry. Sorry.
Wow.
It's okay. We have another ball.
That's like the closest to Anna rage.
Okay, you're allowed to rage.
No.
Have some rage in your heart. It's good
Anna
for you.
Rage TM trademarked.
Well, Mr. Wilmer
I
loves
don't want to
it.
infringe on your intellectual property.
10 out of 10
Isn't
anger.
he? Okay. Was that ball 1?
No.
No, it's ball 2.
Oh.
And she had an extra ball.
I do. Extra balls.
She had 2 extra balls. Okay. Arc, we are all about the rage in a healthy way, you know. We don't break things. Sometimes we rage tilt, but not in a scary sort of way. Never in a tournament, of course. Yes, excuse me. Could I get 10 rage points, please? Thank you. Arthur, it's funny that you say you don't see Jane rage, because I see Jane rage a lot. It's just, this is a very specific type of rage.
During the stream.
She does hold it in, but you can tell, like, it's written all over her face when she's mad. It's just a different kind of rage. It's an internal seething. It's an internal fire. An internal fire. It's very internal, yeah. Yeah, she doesn't exclaim things as much. You can usually tell by how far the game has moved. But it's also kind of a testament to how good Jane is that she doesn't lose.
Still random award again.
Like, I rage because I do something stupid. She does less stupid things, so she doesn't rage as much. Oh, add a ball. Okay, so how does that work? Do you use the action button when you're in multi-ball to get the add a ball? Is that how that works? Me neither, Mr. Ramen. I let you guys all know how I'm feeling all the time. Everyone knows. Hey.
Hey.
Ooh, ooh, ooh!
Fucking
Not to be
bullshit,
outdone.
man!
Not to be outdone.
No, yeah.
Wow.
You guys just don't think that you see Jane rage because you see Anna rage.
I'm very ragey.
No.
Like, I'm more...
No,
I'm
you don't. It's an internal rage. We're talking
It
about
is.
that.
It's
an
a
internal
cold.
rage.
It's a cold fire.
But I was telling chat that I can tell when you're ragey because I can see it in your eyes. It's like a fire burning in your soul.
I have anger problems.
You don't have anger problems.
I do.
I've never seen you do that in a tournament.
Really?
Jane may see you do that in a tournament.
I think it's usually because there isn't like space behind the game for it to move that far.
True.
It's more of just like a one shove off. A goodbye.
At least I don't slam my hands onto the block bar.
No, yeah,
Right?
no, and you don't like.
It's not like
You
I'm
don't, like- you
trying to
don't-
hurt the game.
You don't like yell really loudly, like you don't yell out curses too much. More of like a bit. You kind of fight it off. You know, mutter.
Yeah.
So
I'm more of a mutterer.
I mean,
Sometimes I yell.
I'm talking about in tournaments.
What?
I know you don't
You
try. I
serious?
know
Yeah.
you try not
Seriously?
to shout about it. Oh,
I definitely, in tournaments, I try to, once I've done raging, I try to turn around with a smile.
oh yes.
That's what I do.
It's fine.
Hi.
Hi, don't be afraid of me.
I'm okay.
I won't actually turn this
I'm not gonna, like, shoot
and
you.
physicality towards any one of you. No.
It's not your fault, it's me. This is the production model where no way a blonde woman throwing a 200-pound... No. I was like, sure, kid. What happened? What? Someone said that in the chat. They're like, we don't... No blonde woman's gonna throw this 200-pound pin that far. Okay. They've never watched Hot Nudge.
What is anybody talking?
I'm telling you that.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I know more females that know how to nudge a machine and know how to move fucking things all the way across the goddamn room.
Yeah, Jane's definitely throwing tables.
I mean, when they're slippery.
There she goes.
What? I got the cover mask to pull it off. You know.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Is that Jane can move the game all the way off the playfield cam and still have it in play. I've seen so many times where somebody will throw a game and they don't know how to do it right, where they have to take the tilt bob off so that they can do it because they do it too hard.
Yeah.
No.
No, Jane knows how to slap save. She knows how to slide save and then not tilt. Mm-hmm. I'm very bad at that. I'm
But
not
also a somewhat rule of thumb I think most people think when it comes to non-tournament setting Stearns is that you can get one kind of good slide on it.
Yeah.
One big move. You can get one big move.
Yeah.
Usually. It depends on how big, and usually it's a side-to-side motion that you're going to have a better chance of rather than like a one decent slide to save it. But it depends. This one is actually set pretty loose, so we've had a couple of
Yeah.
moves. Yeah, Lynn, it's
I
an
know.
art. It's an art form. And it's definitely part of being a player when you're playing a game. If you've played 2 or 3 games like we have on the same machine, she's gotten a feel for how much she can get away with. And that's why her score has gotten progressively better. Because she's better than me. Mine has
And
gotten
me, and
worse.
mine's worse too.
I mean,
We're worse than her.
we're worse.
And it sucks. It makes me feel bad.
But we're
Does it make
better
you feel
because
bad?
we play with her.
You don't feel bad about
All
it.
the time.
Yes.
Okay.
But not on stream because this doesn't matter. It just means it's fun. But when I'm in an actual competitive setting and I get my ass kicked, yeah, it feels bad.
It does feel
It
bad.
feels bad, man.
But
Of course it does.
but it is fun competing against Jade because I know
I'm sure it feels really good to win.
it feels great to win. Which for some reason I beat Jane a lot in tournaments. I don't know why.
I mean,
I think it's because I like
let's
come
all
up like
say the
ready
writing
to
on the
try
wall,
as hard
though.
as I can.
Jane, right now, according to IFPA, is the #1
She's the
ranked
number-
female
yes.
in the world for women's tournaments.
That's
and
we
I think
don't
she's,
say that enough on this stream.
No, we don't.
She is
She's
the
number
leading woman in the world in women's ranks tournaments.
Yeah.
Like she is #1.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's right, Arthur.
Yeah.
Hey, old school EMs.
Yeah. Now there's 2 different rankings.
Uh,
There's women's rankings in the open tournaments, so that's unisex tournaments.
Yeah.
And I think in unisex you're still like top 20.
She's like 13th, I think.
Yeah.
Or something.
And then, but for women's only tournaments,
She's #1.
number 1.
For women's only, what are you?
I just popped up because of the.
Oh, nice.
I was 33rd and now I'm
Yeah.
25th
Nice.
in women's.
Nice.
It's not like I know everybody's rankings.
It's not like she checks IPA all the time or anything. It's not like that happens. Where are you at?
On women's only, I'm at, I think, 13th. But on open, I'm at like 30 something.
I know. On open, I'm kind of lower.
Cassidy is 2nd on open tournaments. Yeah,
Second to, I think Danielle Peck is still
Yep.
1
she's
in
#1
open.
still.
Yeah, stuff degraded.
No, I think Cassidy's 3rd because I think it's Danielle.
I feel like I
and I
looked
think
today.
it's Louise.
Louise was 3rd
Well,
last time I
Louise might
looked.
have degraded. She might have lost as much.
That's true. Things change all the time.
They change all the time now.
Spend some time playing Godzilla. What were
Cassidy,
your
yeah,
opinions?
she's like 16 or 15.
I loved Godzilla. I loved the flow.
Yeah, I forgot. It's
I think that me personally as a player, I think I'll like playing Godzilla more than I like Avengers, which is also an insanely good pinball machine. I feel like it's not as cruel. It's not as mean. But
Okay.
I'm sure it will be.
I thought it was mean. Godzilla was mean to me. It wasn't mean.
do something, but it didn't do it.
But whatever.
I don't know. I think that I will. I mean, I loved it. I thought it was great. And there was a lot of, like, when the first.
Hey,
I mentioned this in the last stream, but
what do you got? #1 again?
When when Godzilla was announced, a lot of people were like, "Oh, the premium's got all these things. Like, why would you ever buy the Pro?" And I will tell you that the Pro is super fun. So if you can only afford a Pro,
I know she's
Do
so
it.
good. Why did Elwin only put 1 Poppinzilla? I know, Arthur. It's crazy, right? I feel like this is the
I
first
thought there were
Stern
2
game.
pops. I thought there
There's
was
only
one
one.
on this side and then one on this side.
There's one.
There's only
There's
one.
just one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like the first Stern game with 1 pop and a long
But
ass
it's
time.
got 3 spinners.
He loves those spinners.
Yeah.
You can
And
you can
okay,
tell he's an old
the
school player.
placement of that pop is deceiving because to start your modes you have to hit that scoop and there's no way you can backhand
Start
that scoop
another
because
one.
the pop is kind of in the center there. And I mentioned that I was like, well,
You
it
may
makes
start.
me nervous.
You
Do
don't
you
want
not
to?
want to start? I can start. I'll do it. I'll start. And Elwin is standing right there, and he's just like, well, sometimes the pop pops it up into
He
that
does.
scoop for you. And it 100% does that. So it's not as devious as it feels.
But it also can pop it into the outlet. But
Right,
it also
it's
can pop it into the
unpredictable.
inlay.
Pops are unpredictable.
It's I mean, it reminds me of TNA a little bit. And I think there is an
Oh, it
actual.
is
I think
similar
there's a
to
mode
TNA,
where you
yeah.
actually do have to hit the pop to like finish it.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's cool.
Elwin was
Yes,
copying
I do
DNA.
remember that you have to like fill
possible,
up the
Bill.
spinner.
I mean, he was taking
He
inspiration.
takes inspiration from all over.
He does take a lot of inspiration from other games, and
I would
but he
argue,
makes
I would argue
new
that
games
there's no way to build a pinball machine
that isn't
that you wouldn't
yeah.
find inspiration from other games.
I
Absolutely.
also feel like it would be extremely like
Listen, you're-
egotistical to think that what you've done is
No,
not influenced
no,
by
I mean,
what's come before. Like
It's like
that's
making anything,
that's
any
silly.
kind of art or
There was
architecture or any
there was,
design.
there was a photographer that I used to really like their work, and I read one of their interviews that were just like, "I'm so original." I'm like, "No, you're not. You literally borrow things from so many other artists and culture.
And that's
For
what
you
you-
to say that you're like this like
No, that's-
anomaly,
It's a folly of
that
you
is
to
that
think
makes
you're the
me
first
not
person
like
to think
you
of a
anymore.
thing. It's like you just haven't
Yeah.
realized that you just don't know. Someone thought of it before.
This is Frank's Care Bear over here.
Ow.
Oh, control art.
Yep.
What would you rank all the Ellen games in order of being mean? Okay, number 1 mean game, Jurassic Park.
No,
I think Avengers is meaner.
I think
Yeah.
Avengers is meaner than
I
Jurassic.
agree.
Disagree.
I think Avengers is meaner.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Avengers is way meaner.
I think it's
than
Jurassic Park. I think Avengers is less less
I'm
mean
gonna
than
restart
Jurassic Park.
again.
Okay.
If
I
I
think-
can't break 1,000,000 in my first ball,
I have not played enough Godzilla to know exactly where it falls on the mean scale.
Yeah.
I feel
why
like
do you
it's-
think Jurassic is meaner than Avengers? Is
Because
it because
of-
you have an Avengers in your
Well,
house and
I
you
think
don't
you
wanna
guys
see
just
that
punish
about it?
yourself really badly. Like, you guys training for doing Nublar over and over again, it was a...
We also did
Very
that for
experience.
Avengers.
What?
We also did the same thing with Avengers.
Yeah,
where we-
yeah.
where we played Battle Royale. But
Right. And you can't judge it by those necessarily, but I do think...
here's my
It depends on
reasoning
how it's
as
set
to
up.
why I think Avengers is meaner. Is because you can replay a dinosaur. A dinosaur can get away, and you can restart a dinosaur to catch it. You cannot do that with the stones. The stones are gone. You fuck up Soul, it's gone. You fuck up your stones, it's gone. And there's a way that you can do it if you get the Soul Gem. You do all these hard things. You get this crazy shot that nobody can get if they've already lost all their gems.
I don't
Nobody can
think
do it. That's why I think it's mean because they're gone.
I don't think you replay dinosaurs.
I
think you can just move past them. I don't think you can replay them. Like, I have never
Well, but
been like,
it's-
oh, I lost a T-Rex, I'm gonna play T-Rex again until I get that T-Rex. That doesn't happen. I don't
But
think. I
when
think
you
you just move
drain-
past it.
when you drain and the dinosaur is still there.
Oh yeah, you're still there, right? But you're not replaying it. You're just like you're still going for it.
Right, like if you lose the dinosaur, then you move
Then
to
you're
a
gone.
different
Yes,
pattern. I understand that. But when you drain,
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
you
So
can
when you're
still
still in the
try,
mode.
you
You're
still
still
get
in
a
the
chance
mode.
to catch your dinosaur.
Yeah.
When you drain, when you first start your gem and you drain over something crappy, the gem is gone.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
gone.
It's gone.
It's
And
gone.
that's fine. I guess maybe Indiana Jones says it's mean code versus mean geometry, and
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rules are.
I definitely think Jurassic is meaner geometry.
I love
But
that.
I think
I just
that-
love Jurassic.
But I feel like
I can't
that.
say it's my favorite.
She loves it.
Sure, I can see that mean code versus mean geometry, but because of that, the code in Avengers makes things infinitely harder. Like, oh, we assume that you can hit all these shots a bunch of times, so that we're gonna make this completion. You have to hit 10 shots.
Here's what
to complete.
Here's why I think it is meaner. Avengers is. I think in terms of bailout shots. Iron Maiden, up the middle. Like if you're just like I'm out of control, I can't get up the middle. You're gonna get a feed. You know where that feed is going. Jurassic Park. Similar, there's like a lot of faraway shots that you can kind of go for that
And
you'll be
there's also a lot of
generally
shots
safe.
that feed to
You're
your
not
flipper.
yes, that will feed to the flipper, or feed to a flipper. I feel like Avengers, even though there's that boat, there's the 2 ramps. Those are not gimmies. They're very steep ramps.
They're
they
hard, yeah.
are more difficult in my view. Even though sometimes it can be really frustrating to dial in that T-Rex ramp.
It's very frustrating to dial in
I
that
just,
ramp, and that's like the
I do feel like it takes less for me to figure out the dyno ramp and the center spinner shot as bailout shots that kind of keep me in the flow than the comboing of those faraway ramps on Avengers. And that's just me personally.
yeah,
so
it is.
That's why
Okay.
it's more
You
difficult.
can accidentally
I don't
hit
know.
that spinner shot in Jurassic.
Yes,
but
exactly.
those
The
ramps,
spinner
man,
shot is
if you
easier.
hack
Yep.
ass those ramps, you're kind of fucked.
Yep.
There is no easy
So
Shot.
a lot of games I can think of like that. If it's got like a center shot, like anything that's gonna kind of create a safe feedback, that's gonna be an easier game. Just bailing out someplace safe. I don't feel like Avengers has as many of those shots.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park should be ranked in the top 5.
It is.
Not mine.
It's
It
a
should be.
good game.
Yeah,
I'm not saying it's a bad game.
When Iron Maiden came out, I thought it was like the most incredible game, just because it felt different from the family out stuff that I had been learning about and playing. But the whole package of Jurassic Park with the art and the sounds and all of the
The music
rules
is
and
amazing.
the challenge of it, the shots, a lot of awesome stuff.
Trying to blow the Rhydonium. Big fella.
I don't know. I'm not like. I don't know. I don't like.
I haven't seen the Queen thing. What is it? I've heard you guys were talking about that on Friday, weren't you?
Oh yeah, there's a Queen machine
Queen Machine, isn't that fun?
that's been being.
I think the supposedly
teased.
Highway had the license, so when Pinball Brothers purchased Highway, they got the licensing for that.
Okay.
And it there's a machine that's not playable that's located at like a Queen
Museum, something.
like gift shop or something.
Yeah.
So
So
they
it-
have pictures and they have like play field, but nobody can play it, so we don't know anything about how it plays, what the code is,
Yeah.
any
Interesting.
of that.
Oh.
And there's been no announcement of if and when that game will actually be manufactured.
That's boring.
The
I mean, the guitar playfield looks like a guitar. It's a guitar.
I mean it's a pinball shape. You want to see it? I'll show it to you.
Okay. Yeah, let's look at it. I mean, the Queen game sounds of all of the like old white guy band games. Like the guy, Queen seems like it could be fun to hear the songs. I like Queen.
Yeah, go play for an hour.
Oh,
Wait, no, that's not
I
right.
don't love that art.
No, that's not it.
Okay.
Come on. I'll find it.
Merc Dirty, yeah, we want to do that too. We want direct stream to the. We want a direct capture on the screen too. I bought the board as well, and I tried to hook it up to my AIQ, and it. I don't know, the cable that I bought or something, or like the
pins were loose.
the pins. It was just loose on there. Like I could put it on, but then it was just like so loose that it was just gonna fall off.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what to do with it. I mean, I have to get another header or something.
I think we ordered the like single 8,
LVDS
whatever was on Tilt
thing.
Forums. Like we.
The Buffalo Pinball thing is what we followed.
Yeah.
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 But, yeah. They have a whole, like, how to do it webpage.
Yeah.
Yeah. the LVDS thingy. I don't know. I could like look it up. I guess. Let's see. I put a bookmark on it. Find it. Yeah. BuffaloPinball.com/Twitch/ direct capture video Stern Pinball Machine Twitch streaming. You guys got all that? I
swallowed.
I can put it on the Discord. You actually ordered the single prong board instead of the double, so now Merc Dirty. I saw that on their, actually I think that like on their site there was something that was confusing about that, and like they had a link to the single one, or like the link went to, and I was like, no, it needs to be double because it's got to come in and out, you know. But I don't know. I need to do something with the connections because it's too loose at this point.
I wonder if it's just slightly modifying the, like, widening the pins? I don't know.
Just as you betrayed our business arrangement, I would gladly renew your promise and watch you die planned.
Good thing you had your speech to URL app open.
Good. I'm glad.
I mean, there are some resources, Pindiana. Tilt Forums has a huge thing about it where each of the streamers have kind of talked back and forth through the process, and they post links. I will say that it's probably from like 2018, 2019, so some of the links aren't quite valid anymore. But one thing I will say, everybody that posts on there is also super nice about, like, if you have a question, you could just pop them a note.
Yeah, it's not Pinside rules where everything's controlled
Yeah.
over there.
Doesn't feel too gatekeepy.
I'm getting old and my hearing is getting bad. Someone asked if I play classic video games, and I heard him if I said flaccid video games.
Flaccid video games doesn't sound very fun. A flaccid video game doesn't sound fun at all.
It depends on what you're doing with it. And I don't know. I don't know why I said that. I don't know why that happened. Let's move on. Okay, I was
Nice
talking to
super.
Craig
You guys see that?
from Hurry Up Pinball just a few minutes ago on this.
And we were reacting
That's
to
okay.
a flaccid
It's okay. I'll watch it.
comment.
No, nothing.
What did you do? Tell
It
us.
was like a slap center save that actually hit the super jackpot shot. that
Oh,
hard
nice.
turnaround
Nice.
shot.
That Super Jack was worth 18 million. That was nice.
It's just a hard shot to hit, so it's funny. I saved
Talking to
it.
Craig from Hurry Up Pinball just a few minutes ago on this stream about the direct capture stuff. I mean, there are a lot of streamers that have direct capture.
Yeah,
And there are, I believe there are multiple ways to do it.
probably. I just don't want to fuck up my machine.
Yeah.
That's the thing, is I'm a little scared.
Yeah. And like,
With it.
there are common
Look at the
issues.
schematics.
I've heard, you know,
Easy.
oh, okay. Nice little, boop,
Tap tap.
boop, boop. Well, I'm getting snacky. It's 9:30.
I'm hungry too.
Do you want to?
Just maybe.
This is ball one. You want
Let's
this to be the last game,
let's
or?
be the last game. yeah.
Okay. Okay. So we've been like 3 hours. Exactly 3 hours. We get snacky at 3 hours.
Yeah.
We get snacky at
We
3
get
hours,
hungry.
you guys. It's all this Grogu eating eggs thing makes me hungry.
She wants to eat the eggs. She
Let's
wants.
not go back there. Let's not go back there. We tread that ground pretty hard.
I know, Pindiana, exactly. Like, I don't want to stick some $40 Alibaba thing into my 12K pinball machine.
I'm just super bummed that, like, because it sounded like Deadflip was really working with Stern to try and get something, and I think they got spooked with, like,
licensing.
possible licensing liability issues, and then they don't want to do it anymore. And that sucks, because that sounded like the perfect thing. I would absolutely 100% sign a thing that says I will not sell, you know, or whatever, but I don't think there's a way around it.
You will not. Okay.
I know nothing.
I mean, I won't go into all this.
I know, the second I said that, I thought, well, I'm on a Twitch stream where I get subs, and I have licensed content on it.
Yeah. We'll figure
Yeah.
it out.
But you know what I mean?
But like, I don't know. The I mean, they can add that provision to their license contracts and be like, I know video games get streamed on Twitch. Is that like, what's wrong with, you know, do people get mad about that? It's the same just kind of content.
No idea. But I mean, okay, all these game manufacturers should know that it's only helping them. Like,
It's
you know what
helping
I'm
them,
saying?
but is it helping the license? That's the issue.
How is it hurting it?
I don't. The licensors, who knows what their deals are?
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah. What are we gonna eat? Now you guys are talking about food.
I want small cheval.
Oh, interesting.
I always want small cheval.
You don't want to order anything. This is our last game.
I think Charlie's making party
Ooh,
wings.
nice.
Party wings?
Yeah.
Nice.
Maybe I'll
Actually
get, maybe I'll
tell
get
them,
some Logan
get
eats
the
now that they're
wings
open all the
started.
time.
Ooh, yeah.
Those cauliflower wings or something. What's the problem, Anna? What do you think? You've had a couple good games, yeah? Okay, mode started. Good. I always forget that it's just get through like the first mode or two and then get your extra
Right.
ball. Extra balls!
That's what happens a lot.
We're music, and there are a lot of
Ooh, it's a
licensing
book.
do's and don'ts in terms of streaming, duplication, live broadcast, etc. I can imagine the Stern product would change the presentation of the pinball machine with licensed material could violate.
Yeah, I mean, it might make it more expensive for them to license.
100%.
Oh, no! I saw that! It was almost like a live catch, but then it like fell off the tip. Holy shit.
Fuck! It's on screen again.
Yeah.
Is
You
it
did
okay?
pretty good. Yeah, it looks pretty good.
That's
Looks
good.
Pretty good.
That's
Looks
good.
pretty good. Piniana, 100%. It's 100%.
I'm never gonna be able to play.
And if you recall, like, I think it was last year, maybe it was earlier this year. There was a user end license or like end user agreement, EULA, from Stern that kind of mentioned something about that, and a lot of people got up in arms about it, and they removed it from their EULA. But it's clearly something that happened with, but the licensing copyright stuff has been meaning to be overhauled in them. Like, we have so many new means of sharing that have not been covered under modern copyright law that, you know, that's why you're having actors suing over releasing movies on streaming versus releasing them in theaters, because the technology's changed. You can't you've got the huge strike, which I haven't heard any information about that strike, the movie workers strike that had been in talks, because they had been getting paid less to make videos and shows for streaming services versus television shows. And are you still mad about that, Dean? You're like giving me a cold shoulder over here.
I just want to play more. I don't want this to be the last game.
You want to play one more game?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll play one more game. Okay. You have another ball.
My ball's crap.
Well, with that attitude, it will be. Hot shove. We're called hot shove pinball now.
Hot shove.
It's one thing for our streamers to hook things up and stream it, but it's another thing for the licensed product to change its function in terms of streaming content, which isn't a part of the pinball license. 100%. Yeah. I mean, I understand why. You know, and Stern and other pinball manufacturers are kind of put in a rock and a hard place, because it's like, yeah, they want to make more access for us, because the more we stream it, the more people see the games, the more people buy it. It's free marketing. It's great. But if you're going to get in trouble and not be able to have to pay more for licensing to include this extra access for a small group of people, when it comes to Stern's bottom line and Pinball Machine's bottom line, they're not thinking of streamers other than free marketing. You know, the people that buy the machines, most of the machines. Although I know a lot of streamers that buy a lot of machines. We don't. We just happen to move around a lot. We're mobile because we
Yes.
can't afford to purchase machines.
Well, we have machines.
We have a few machines,
We
sure.
have a few machines.
But like,
But yeah.
there are some streamers that are just like, we got the new game. And,
Yeah.
or, you know, Flippin' Out. Flippin' Out is a distributor, so they
Yeah.
have access to every new machine that comes.
Yeah.
Without necessarily the fact that we have this awesome friendship with Deadflip that lets us
Yeah.
play these games, that Stern brings these games. Clearly they see the value in allowing access to streamers. But it does make sense that it sucks, because I'm selfish and I want to be able to plug in a thingy and have it look nice for you guys.
Yeah.
But instead, we risk.
It looks like an old TV over there.
That does look like an old TV, but that's okay. That's okay. We got a little webcam on there.
It's part of the ship.
So with our new PCIe, I can use another action cam. We can use an action cam
Yeah?
there, and it would look better.
Would it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
And it's small. It's light. We can try that next time.
Old farts still stuck in 30-year-old ideas of how contact is considered. And
Yeah.
that shit keeps streaming. It's gonna keep changing forever. Soon we'll be the 30-year-old.
It's just the
farts.
rules are always behind because
It takes forever to make them.
it takes forever to make the rules, and usually the people that are making the rules are old farts that don't even understand.
And the computers go faster
If
than
you ever
any
watch
rule
C-SPAN and
making.
you watch, I mean, we live in America, so if you watch lawmakers talking about laws, some of the questions that they ask, I just recently watched one about Facebook privacy, and she was like, it was a congressman asking her a question about this product that they don't offer. It was literally slang, referring to a type of account of like teenagers making new Facebook accounts that are fake names so that they can interact with certain things without it stealing their personal information.
Is there a
And he's like, well, how do you
database?
prevent these accounts? And she's like, we can't, because it's literally just a different type of user account. Like, what? What? Anyway, sorry.
I don't know. I was just reading Arthur's thing. Is there a database saying who has the licenses for which property and stuff?
No.
It's like all secret.
No, it's all very secret, Arthur. And it's fascinating because, like, are there other industries that work this way? Like, I mean, obviously there's investments for other video game companies, but I feel like they tease what it is,
Yeah.
like, pretty early on
Yeah.
in terms of development. Whereas, I mean, there's just the way the pinball industry is structured is fascinating to me because there takes so much capital before anybody even knows what the game is. Or if you follow sort of industry protocols. Like, the game has been developed for over a year before anybody even knows it exists, and it's basically completed when it's announced so that they can sell it right away.
Yeah.
Because when it's just an idea, and then they announce this, look at this awesome thing we're gonna do, and people put money in it, there's been a lot of companies that have taken that money and not given a product. And so there's been enough times in which that doesn't work. So I can't imagine just a small little boutique shop just being like, yeah, we're gonna make a pinball machine. Because it's like, no, you need like $5 million to make it.
Damn it,
And
Arthur!
be able to offer it to sell.
Don't tell me when to smile! Okay.
She's still mad about the last ball. Like, this is a conversation between me and you. Just let her have her.
I'm very
She's
much
gonna have her
stewing.
Wait, I have an idea.
Give me that. Give me that. I'm sad. I want to play the game. Jane's over here fucking taking forever on every ball.
You are snacky. You're hangry right now. Are you hangry?
I'm angry.
She's angry. There's an awesome podcast with Roger Sharp who talks at length about pinball licensing. Oh, Pindiana, that sounds really interesting. I would love to hear that.
Angie.
Because it is a very fascinating thing. Because from what I understand, at any given moment, a company may have 5 or 6 licenses that they've already purchased that they kind of offer to the game designers to kind of, like, in some cases, there's the choice the designer makes after the preliminary design of the pinball machine has already been made. Like, hey, now cater it to this license, and here's like 5 different licenses that you can choose from. I like the Care Bear butt. They still have the heart on the butt.
Yeah, they still got the heart on the butt. See
It
that?
all gets worn. It said Care Bear at one point, but it all gets worn off.
Because you just
Because
touch
you just
so
hug
much.
it. You hug the Care Bears.
Aw.
Snickers time. Yeah.
This is a real one, huh?
There was a grumpy Care Bear. 100%. I had Sleepy. I had the Sleepy Time Care Bear.
Did you watch the movie, the Care Bear movie?
With the Care Bear stare?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I love that movie.
There should be a Care Bear pinball machine.
Yes, there should be. Pinball machines aren't for kids.
Oh my god, what if somebody with a bajillion dollars takes like a pirates and like all the ways that you can choose the different pirate characters, they're all just different Care Bears. You choose your Care Bear before you play the game. I like that. I like that idea.
Yeah,
I
it's got
also like
cloud
the
on
idea
its
of taking
belly.
like Pirates of the Caribbean. It's like a $20,000 pinball machine. You're like, I'm gonna make it into a Care Bear machine. Why not? Pirates of the Caribbeans.
Caribbean.
I know he said Caribbean, but I'm Care Bears.
Oh, you're trying to say add bears into
Care
it?
Bears and
The Pirates of the Caribbeans.
What is this one?
This is a yellow movie?
I don't know. I honestly don't know anymore.
Yeah, it's because we don't get to play the game.
I will tell you something that my sister told me a long time ago is that don't be mad at me doing well. Don't ever be mad at me having a good game. And I'm like, you're right. I shouldn't be mad at you having a good game.
You shouldn't. But I am.
It's okay.
That happens, and you can be okay with that. I want to fucking play.
I know. Well, we have another
She's
ball.
too good. She's number one in the world.
Stop it.
You just do that until she drains?
Yep, that was her plan.
Devious!
I wanna
Devious! Miss, I don't believe in good and evil.
Is Elwyn's team winning the league? Currently, Bill from Memphis? I believe so. Is it true?
I think it's still tied, but you can say you're winning.
Jane knows we're winning.
It goes wins, losses, and then it goes points.
It goes points, yeah,
We
you're
have
right.
most points.
It does go
We
points,
have
but
the
it's
most
early. It's only
Yeah, we've only played 3 weeks.
Not even half the
and
season.
But
tomorrow,
he asked a question. We can answer it honestly.
I know. Don't get mad.
and it's not Elwyn's team, it's our team.
At all.
Okay, Elwyn is on our team.
They are in number 1 by 1 win.
1 points.
1 point.
1 point.
The
Yeah,
wins-
the wins are points.
Yeah, okay.
1
Well, it's
win.
kind of, okay.
But we're also talking like 2 undefeated teams at 36 and 35 points.
Yeah.
And then it goes 1, 2, 3, 4 teams with only 1 loss. But it all just depends on the luck of the draw because if you, there are, it's too early.
I'm feeling embarrassed about my anger.
Don't feel embarrassed.
Having a lot of
That was
emotions.
mean fun.
It's okay.
Yeah, Rage Against the Pinball Machine is beautiful. That's a beautiful thing to say.
Oh, here, I
Balls
wanted
on
to show
parade.
you.
Good one. Good one, guys.
Okay. The Queen Machine.
I see. I see now. The guitar upper playfield. Yeah, it's a big shiny ramp in the middle.
I like the music from Queen, so
Yeah.
it'll be a fun game.
Yeah, sure. Too bad there's a pinball machine nobody gets to play, but
Yeah, that was too.
there's lots.
Test Bishop, yeah, it is a cool stern lineup in the background. We're at the Dead Flip studio. None of these games are ours. We are luckily able to come by and hang out and stream Dead Flip's games.
Great, saturated, new, stern
Oh,
pinball
what?
machines.
And it's a lot of fun, and we're very grateful.
And it's sad about the fact you drink.
I just never get to play.
She wanted you to play longer.
No.
Is this gonna stay?
Oh, she's doing it again. Aww.
What if this becomes
I
the
like
thing that she
Mando.
does at tournaments?
What
if you get a suction cup?
Oh my gosh. That,
Like
there's
little.
probably no rules against it. Like,
Okay,
well, I don't know.
would it be a Grogu? Would
No.
it be a Disney character? Would it be your octopus that's in your car that you can like change it?
Like I know you can't bring like rule sheets or.
Oh no,
like,
it's
have
a
things on
turtle. It's a turtle
The,
without a
can't have
head.
things on the game, you know, that might help you. That might be distracting to other players or give you.
Well, she takes it down every time.
Sure.
she
So I'm
plays.
just I'm going through the mental like process of if another player were to complain to a tournament director, maybe they would make you stop. But I don't think it just like inherently breaks any rules
No.
to obscure part of the playfield.
Right. It would almost
With
be
something
like,
that,
wow,
like, you're creating interference for yourself potentially, but that's it. Unless it like we're ever gonna possibly fall onto somebody else's game or something.
right.
But I sincerely hope she does not bring this into it. But you know,
Test
she ends
Bishop,
up having like the
this
best
is a
game
great
of her
game.
life.
Super fun. Super
Might
fun.
happen.
There's a lot to do on it.
Maybe-
the shots are fun. I'm a fan of a good old backhandable scoop.
Oh yeah. What if this like works in a way like it's always got to be something soft and plushy. We're never harming the game, but like reels her in, like keeps your nudging.
It's,
right?
It's
like
just how
almost
people,
like a tilt
like when
bob
people put their
sense.
headphones on, you know.
But like it's kind of like, oh, just I don't want the thing to fall down the game, so I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
Gonna be real mindful of my nudging. Could help in that way.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
I don't want to hurt. Can't hurt the bear. Can't tip the bear. Don't tip the bear. It's a good training exercise.
Interesting.
I mean, yeah, it's Anna's emotional support care bear. Emotional support Anna.
If Josh Sharp can scream, I think a Care Bear is okay. Yeah.
Or kick. But
Well, then there was
I can't
the,
say that I've ever seen anybody like
was it,
put something on the game.
Who was the guy that used to wear the headlamp?
Yeah, Andy Rosa did. I think a few different people have. I feel like I've seen Trent with one. That and you know what? I know they're always trying to be really like, oh, you always turn it off before you turn your head.
There's no
definitely
way.
been playing next to someone with a headlamp where they just like maybe they were slide saving or slap saving and they turn their head and it definitely flashed into my periphery.
If you have to stand next to somebody with one.
I mean, anywhere. down
There's
the
no
line.
way to avoid it. There's no way to like turn it off in a way where you're
Not
literally.
awesome for other people, but whatever.
But also being somebody who, speaking of Monday Night Week, we played, and I had to play on a game that had zero GI. No, it
I
was
used to like that.
was a Sega Frankenstein, and there was no GI.
Yeah.
The entire back corner had been burned out. I couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
I was shooting in the dark, and I lost. And the other player, the home player, had played that game before. They knew what they were what they were
They
doing.
know what's in the shadows.
That was 100% home team advantage.
They know what to do in the shadows.
For sure.
But yeah, it's exactly like a headlamp. Just a strap and a light.
Yeah.
To
I
shine
actually
onto
know a lot of people.
unlit playfields.
A lot of people that use those that do like if you do embroidery or something.
Oh
if
sure.
You sit on your,
yeah, totally. But
or
then, like,
it's a reading lamp. Like if you're camping and you want to read a book, you can.
it's been a point of contention in competitive environments for a while. I mean, you know, in a way, someone can make an accessibility argument, but like it can be distracting to other players.
This fucking fly is back. Wait.
Yes, it is back. It is back.
You like it?
It is really. It's like annoyingly slow. Oh look! It landed right on top.
I know. I want to
of the
smack
keys
it.
on the computer. It's like our own personal fly episode of
There's always bugs in there. Control Alt.
the pinball machine based on the Flies Inject Studio. Yeah. The moving target.
The fly pinball machine would be cool.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of horror. I mean, there's so much horror.
So
that
much
could just-
horror. Yeah.
Great. I know it.
Care Bear seems to be doing all right.
You know, there's a lot of
I think,
reasons. People do crazy things. people are allowed to bring, I think, their own like things to stand on, for sure. Like whether it be a step stool or a mat to help with knees and feet, especially during Pinburg. I know I saw a ton of people at Pinburg.
Well, Pinburg
with
is
like various mats and squishy things.
Shot when I want to. Huh?
Because you want it. It's because you want it. And pinball's a dick.
If I don't
I played in a tournament once when one of my favorite things, so the guy, it actually had one of these folding chairs, where you can see it, folding chair, and he would pull it up to the game facing the other way, and then he straight up would play, but he would like
use it as a stool.
rest his butt
Uh-huh.
on the back of the chair while he was playing, but he was like standing like this.
Oh, weird.
And it was definitely like like, you know, he
Sick
walked with a cane, like he
Yeah.
obviously had issue, but it was almost like he was standing on his own,
I like that.
but just enough, like he was just tall enough where he could just sort of like rest his
Just
ass.
take a little pressure out those.
And he just, and I remember it was qualifying on like a bank of games, and he would just slide the chair to the next game and like lean on it and play the next game that he was qualifying on.
Yeah. No, I mean, I definitely was like, I can't believe people sit in stools or like sit down and play pinball. Ha 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 ha. Like, of course, I hope that when I'm like in a situation where I need that, like I won't.
Care
feel,
Bear.
You know, I shouldn't. It's great. It's fine. People can play however they need to.
Yeah.
The thing
I
is,
hope
I
that
wanted
I-
to play more.
Still want to do that when I
You know?
have to sit down.
Well, we can play another game.
I do
you
want to
beat
play.
me on that one.
That's true. At least I got over 100 million.
Yeah, good call.
I mean, you can come play Monday. Oh no, we're gonna play pinball Monday. That's right. Because Jack doesn't stream on Mondays.
It's okay. We can make this our last game. It's fine. I'm tired. I'm tie. Activate character.
The drummers sit super low, yeah. We're
Care
talking about
Bear
people that like sit and have to do different things to play pinball, and like that makes sense. I could never sit on a stool and play pinball because I need the grounding from my feet to be able to move the game the way I want to and to make the nudges that I want to. If I was sitting, then I wouldn't be able to put enough. But if I couldn't stand for long periods of time because of some sort of disability, I would 100% learn how to fucking play pinball in a goddamn stool because I love pinball, and if I have to play it in a stool, it's better than not playing it at all.
Agreed. It would happen. I would learn how to do it.
We actually played with the idea of, so when we streamed at Colin and Dana's house, they have yoga blocks. And so we were standing on the yoga blocks, which was really strange because you can't move your center of balance to do anything. But when we played, we were both like, 3 inches taller?
Yeah.
And that was really weird to be like, oh, I feel
see
so
the
tall. This is
whole
what
playfield."
Jane sees when she plays. But tall players complain about having back problems because they're constantly just scooped over the game. And I know of a couple of very tall pinball players that have either had significant back pains and had problems with it, or complain about back pain.
Really?
Yeah.
More than one?
Yeah,
Jane?
she had back pain. She had back problems.
Oh,
Chuck's
yeah.
had back problems.
Okay.
Jack complains about back problems all the time. There's another player that I feel like has, and I can't remember.
I mean, I complain about back problems, but
yeah.
I mean, it's not always pinball related.
Well, okay, Brown. I don't know the answer to that.
My back situation was related to necessarily, but
It was not necessarily related to pinball, but it was. I'm sure the pinball didn't help.
No.
Mini Wizard. That's right. Test
Yeah, which one is this one?
Yeah.
Precious
That's
Cargo?
the one she always gets.
She goes for those Razor Crests, baby.
Yeah, I might as well
Smart.
just do that. I don't know. I just get bored and I want to do the other thing.
Well, you get a Razor Crest multi-ball ready before you start your mission, then you do your mission. Then you do your hurry up,
Yeah.
Then you get your multi-ball ready and do another mission. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Pattern. Stack them together.
This fly is
I know, he's a fucking piece of shit. He's a pain in the ass. And he won't go away. There's only one, but he loves us. We must smell delicious.
I'm gonna look at who to see who to raid. Let's see
Okay.
who to raid.
Dun, 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 do, 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 do. Putting your belly up on, putting your belly up like on it, like lifting your belly and then resting it on the game. Is that what you're saying? Because that's kind of insane.
Wait, you're gonna hit the action button. Oh, leaning against the coin door. Okay, that makes sense.
Shit. That's not good. Oh, I have to complete the encounter, please.
Here's some cool things here.
Gonna be lighting a lot of shots on fire in Mando. I have back problems from carrying your pinball. Yes, that is another reason. I just sleep on my back wall, so I'm not tall, and I also get back pains because I will sleep in a super uncomfortable position, then wake up and be like, why did I do that? I'm so bad at that upper Mando head playfield. I get like one shot in. This music is not my favorite. Like, I get why it's like this sort of placeholder music, but I wish that there was something else going on.
So we got some options. Well, I mean, she's still going. We'll
You
look
know
at
a lot of
them.
people that swear by hammocks. Interesting. I have plaster walls and horrible
Oh yeah, that's not
roots.
gonna work.
I can't hang anything that will support my weight at all from the wall or ceiling. But I love hammocks. I mean, I would have one if I had a tree in my backyard. I would have a hammock, but I don't have a tree. I could get a stand.
You can get a hammock stand for real. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a hammock that I've never used.
Really?
Don't know why I bought it. I think it's well, I thought for a second I was gonna go camping,
Okay.
and that never happened.
Freestanding metal stands. Yeah, Control, I could get a freestanding metal stand. I don't have a huge backyard, so. Ooh, did you finish it? Did you get it?
One more phase.
One more phase. Oh, this is the Bill Burr scene where they're like in the ship, right? They're trying to. Yeah. Okay.
I like getting a little high and then doing stretches.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, that might like loosen you up a little bit, maybe.
Like, my favorite is like you're sitting on the ground and then you put one leg over and you twist like that. Yeah, that's good. Even just like sitting in the chair. But I also have one of those foam rollers.
Yeah, those are.
Put it on the ground and then you just sort of like walk
Everyone
yourself
should probably
across
have one of those. I
the
don't
foam
know,
roller. Is
but I
great.
should do that.
I did used to see a chiropractor before COVID, and then
that was a luxury you can't afford anymore.
yeah, basically.
Sucks.
It does suck. Because I'd get some good cracks. Just be like,
I've never been to a chiropractor.
you're like,
I'm afraid of that shit. That sounds horrifying.
it seems scary, but it's actually really great.
There's only one ball in this though?
No, I just need to hit the center shot. I'm afraid that I'm gonna not.
Oh, you gotta hit the scoop?
Yeah.
Yes!
Nice. She didn't want to cross it, you guys. She did not want to go cross.
Close passing it.
Fucking fly. Wait, where are we reading? Rating?
Oh, I mean, there's a few people on. Pinball Mafia is doing like an EM, which is cool.
Cool.
Flipstream is doing a Believe It or Not. Ripley's.
Believe it or not, it's Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Whee! I did the super
Yay! Only 11? Fuck you! It should have been like 100.
Hey,
For all that work?
I did hit the center ramp. Let's see. Do I get something else? Did it.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Cool. That was something.
What happened?
Not worth a lot of points, but I finished Precious Cargo.
Okay.
It killed my flippers.
Okay. Well, you have
Okay.
610 now, so that's good. Yeah, Jack's Open is a great EM. Ripley's leaving or not. Pez Johnson is doing some Tron. Tron's always great. Looks like there's some virtual Surface Voltaire happening at Woodstock Customs. Kingpinner Classics is also doing some Tron. And Ice Skidoo is also doing the Mandalorian. Another Mando. What do you guys want to see? I think it would be fun to pop into. Oh, the Pinball Mafia actually.
Did they
it
stop
says
streaming?
They might have either stopped or they're moving to Guns N' Roses.
Oh. Okay.
Oh
Oh yeah, they're not on anymore.
Yeah.
no. Oh well.
That was still very good, Jane.
Thanks.
Nice bonus.
Another high score.
High score number 1 or grand champion.
Oh no. The Grand Champion's gotta be at least over 11 points, right?
I don't know.
I didn't even get through that. I like those odds.
You used to play sports and stretch on a regular basis, but that was 10 years ago. I know, Merc Dirty. I used to run, and that was like 5 years ago. And I still think of myself as a runner, even though there's no fucking way I can run.
I need to try to.
You know what I mean? Where you're just like, yeah, I used to run. And then when I think about it, I'm like, that was like 5 years ago. I don't run
I
anymore.
did a half marathon in 2013 that nearly killed me.
I think I did, the half marathon I did, I think was
I
like
did the Disney one.
2015. I think. Well, we could pop to Pez Johnson, who's playing Tron. Flipstream. Oh, look. I got him!
You got it?
I got him!
She killed the fly.
She just killed the fly.
You need to take a picture of
Well,
that.
can
and
we
put it
clip
on
that,
Discord.
please?
Landed on my phone,
You wanted
and
to
I was
die.
trying to
You
show
wanted to
you
die.
while he
You
was
wanted to
sitting
die.
there, and I smacked him on the phone. He did. He wanted to die. He was getting
done.
old. He was old. He was confused.
Oh my god.
And he's here now. And he is...
Murder. You've witnessed
Here now.
murder.
Mosh, did you just give me bits for killing the flies? That thing was really
It was
annoying.
super annoying.
It was annoying, but I do feel a little bad
I
for
know you
it.
do. It was a life after all.
I have saved almost dead flies before.
Wow. Mouth. What? What do you mean?
No, just let them outside.
Oh.
I won't kill it. I'm fucking crazy. though.
Sorry, guys.
All right. So,
What's it gonna be?
what are we doing? What's this King Pinner Classics?
King Pinner Classics is also doing Tron.
They-
So,
he kind of has
Flipstream.
a cool situation going on with his.
Let's go to King Pinner. Oh yeah, he's got his Tron. He's got a light cycle Tron
like
animation
GIF in the background.
GIF behind
I don't
him.
know. Maybe that's not cool. I don't
His game looks cool. Tons of LED. Let's just go to King Pinner. We can do that.
Okay.
The
I
ends
also-
justify the means.
I
Yeah,
also
right.
really love Tron.
Call
so.
back.
Do you love Tron?
Is it with an S? Yeah.
Thanks, Merc Dirty. Thank you guys all for hanging out with us.
Yeah.
It was, even though I got angry at the end. Thank you. And we had a lot of like deep conversations. It was a good.
We've been having deep thoughts
Deep
with
thoughts.
hot nudge.
deep hot thoughts.
Deep hot. Ooh. Ooh.
I don't know.
No, that's not
Scratch
the working,
that. That
not
wasn't-
the working title.
Hi, everybody.
Bye guys. Thanks so much, Jane. Way to kill Mando.
Yeah, you
Super
just
fun game.
Murdered it every game.
We'll see you later this week. Have fun.
Yep.
Monday.
Bye.
Ah. Bye.
Tried to tilt
Bye,
started
bye.
the game.
Oh.
Bye. Bye.
Oh well.
Bye. 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 Bye.
Tried to tilt spin a play.
Bye. 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 Bye.